here. And I'll put us here.
Why do I look so formal and normal? I look so normal.
Do you think you're not normal?
Nixter tipped $2. No way.
Yeah,
now I can pay $2 instead of $5 to TTS to Mr.
Like
Cowback Chess.
like
Wow, what a discount.
Yeah, you do know what you're doing. My lighting's pretty nice, huh?
Yeah, it's not. Also, it does its job, but it's not too like
harsh.
Yeah. That's why I don't have lights, because I don't like the way what they do.
Facts.
But it makes my lighting look scuffed because I have like outside sun, right, and it makes shadow, and sometimes it's like the middle of the day, and I look like I'm in a cave or something.
Kid33D132 tipped $5. Hey Cal, how was her poop?
But I mean, it's
was it green or a bit yellow?
Oh, I'm
or
so
just
sorry.
a regular
I will
brown?
mute alerts. I think they're asking about your poop, but I don't think you pooped.
Oh, I'm chilling now. Oh, that was kind of weird. Yeah, I was wondering what we were talking about.
Well, welcome.
Oh, thank you. Also, is this mic on or not?
No, it's just this one. But if it's not loud enough, I can adjust.
Why is that bad chest thing so hard right now? It's insane.
Chad is very excited to you.
Yeah, they're saying, is that Jean-Paul? And they give me bad chest.
Bad chest. Et il voulait aussi qu'on parle en français.
On peut parler en français, mais mon français il est un peu scuffed ces temps-ci.
Mon français est très scuffed.
I'm like super scuffed.
But I think that's
also,
good. Yeah.
I forgot to order myself some food.
Speaking of, I got a gift.
Oh my god! Seriously, did you get it for me or not? Is that for me?
Can you let me know if the deaf likes them?
Well, can I let you know if I like him or not? What?
Yeah.
What's the red? What's red?
Red velvet.
What is that?
I think it's vanilla, but just with red. Is that right? Or is it chocolate, but red chocolate? It's red chocolate or it's red vanilla?
Yeah, and I don't eat berries, so if it's just like strawberry, I'm not gonna eat it.
It's chocolate or vanilla? It's one or the other, and it's just dyed. So it's really
Something I noticed with the LA cupcakes is that you can only eat like half of one, and then you feel like you're dying. It's so sugary and loaded. It's insane.
Full, at least. Do you want food? Water?
I could order myself something later.
Okay, let me know.
Oh my god, this lighting is just crazy.
No, we could turn it off.
Guys, no, I like it. Yo,
just so you can see the difference.
Just, like, guys, I don't look like this in real life.
So there's this. That's the side lights, which is like, ooh, glamour.
That's very glamour, yeah.
Right? And then there's the main light.
Damn. No, you can put them on. This is weird. They're definitely weird.
I think some people think you're wearing makeup, but it's just good lighting.
It's just the lighting, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Chills. X with lighting. Aww. Does it feel nice to get complimented like this?
Yeah, of course, Chad's being nice, but some of them are being rude.
Like who?
The Batchesters. It's okay though. I noticed them. A lot of my subs are subs here too.
Cristiano Ronaldo gifted 30.
Oh, Sue!
Okay, they wanted me to ask you about the Federal University Tax Act or something.
What is that?
FUTA. Federal University.
Oh no, that's
Tax
just
Act.
it's adult content, but with girls that have like dicks pretty much. I'm not kidding. It's a thing. Oh, come on. Not that you don't know about it.
I thought they were trying to say FUPA.
No.
Do you know what FUPA is?
No, what is FUPA?
How do you know FUTA and you don't know FUPA? Like, that's weird.
You know what you call it? They call me meta culture.
Culture is...
Also, the chat does, they say, feels strong man FUTA for some reason. I don't know why they do that.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know what it do. Feel like they do look feels strong man.
They're crying about...
Yeah. Is that
Do you think it's a joke, or do you think like a lot of people in the chat watch that? Not that there's anything wrong with watching it. I'm just curious.
I think occasionally. I think if they see, this guy says it's great. I feel like if you come across from it, you kind of click it because you're curious, and you know, some people like it, some people don't. But,
okay, do you fall on any given cam?
Well, I'll click on it occasionally because you know sometimes you know, oh, what is that, and I'll just click on it. You know, this is a very odd first topic. I'm glad chat came up with this. Good job, chat. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody is guilty of like risky / experimental clicks, and they'll downplay how often they do it. But everybody experiments with clicks, and sometimes they like it, sometimes they don't. But I think people can agree to themselves that they click for sure on stuff.
I think girls don't really.
I mean, do you?
Okay, I don't talk about that stuff, but I think in general, at least what I've heard from my friend, like girls, how do I explain this? I think when it comes to the adult industry, it's rarely ever, the content is rarely made for the female gaze. Does that make sense?
Oh, well, yeah, but the female gaze, what about the gay,
It's
why only the gaze, though?
wait, what about what?
You said the female gaze, then what you said?
Not lesbians.
I thought she meant the kind is made for the female gaze.
Not the female gaze, like looking. Have you heard about
wow,
the
you
male
have
gaze?
good vocabulary. I don't use gaze at all. I don't use that word at all.
There's no other real good words. Okay, it's created for guys.
Oh.
So for example, if there's a scene going on, they will focus on the male's pleasure, and a girl doesn't care about that as much. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that
it depends.
not lesbian. Oh my god.
No, for sure. No, they definitely do target the their. I mean, they know what they're doing. They target their audience for sure.
Exactly. So I mean, listen.
Is that ADHD? Do you have ADHD like that?
Actually, Twitch gave me this.
Oh, Twitch also gave me that. You're right. I have one at home.
So you have ADHD, right?
Not really. Like, I used to have a lot of like symptoms of it, or like I in school I used to have it kind of thing. But then I did some tests, whatever, and I did some intensive training, and it said I didn't have it.
Hyperbolic time chamber training.
Nah, it's kind of like that though. It's kind of like that. I'm not kidding. It's called neurofeedback training. So you go to a facility and they train your brain like you go to the gym, but for your brain pretty much.
That's so fucking cool.
And they kind of like reorganize, kind of learn how to have, you know, it's like thought exercises.
For your brain.
It's pretty crazy. Look, I said the story a million times before. Okay, chat knows about it because they're gonna say, "Oh, the boring story." I said it again, but basically,
Okay, I fucking hate that because when you're streaming, at least like half of your audience is people that don't know that story. But the people who do watch your stream all the time, like boring story, heard it before, Resident Sleeper, and it's like you guys are the 5-10%. The rest of the stream has no idea what's going on. Anyways, tell your story because I haven't heard it.
No, you're good. Basically, you go to the facility, right? And then they wire up your brain, and then you make tests, you know, like normal like ADHD / attention tests, and then they see what kind of part of your brain is weak and which one is strong, and then they have like waves, like electricity waves and shit, and then there was a small part that was like yellow / red, and it was like, yeah, this is kind of weak, and then what they do then is that they put an electrode on my brain, and then another clip on my ear. And then they put me in front of a computer, right? So a screen. So you're wired up in front of a screen. And basically, what happens is that, depending on the dangerous side, but most of the time, it was like a roller coaster, right? And the way it works is that, basically, you're getting feedback. So you want to try different sort of,
thought patterns?
Yeah, a little bit. And if you hit the right spot, the roller coaster will go forward. So if you arrange your thoughts properly and you're in the right mental spot, the roller coaster goes forward, and you start going forward in the roller coaster. But if you're not in that pattern, it's very like a thin zone. It doesn't go. So then you get mad because you're like, and then you start going forward. It's like, so you don't know what to do or whatever, right? But after a while, you kind of get used to it, and then it used to become so good that they increased the difficulty. And after like weeks of it, you would get like a big ass roller coaster going really fast. And if you have the wrong thoughts, it goes backwards. So then you're getting mad because you now you go. You start going backwards, and you're like, dude, stop.
What is a good thought and what is a wrong thought in this experiment?
It's not really a thought. It's like a mental zone. It's like getting in the right frequency.
You know what? I actually bought this this contraption that you also attach to your brain.
Yeah.
And you do the same thing but on your phone to like train your brain. Yeah. To focus.
And you're wearing a helmet?
Yeah.
Jesus.
And like you attach the stuff. I don't know if anyone in the chat knows what it's called, but it's literally this contraption that you attach to your brain, and then you play these mobile games to like train your brain. And it'll have like a candle, and if you focus really well, the candle will light up, or like the light bulb will light up.
Oh,
and if you lose focus, it'll just go dark.
Oh,
so it's pretty similar.
Yeah, similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be like overall focus, I would assume, and then I get it.
Yeah. What made you want to take those tests?
Oh, because I had promised school, and basically what the school said is that because I was wilding out in school, I was like class clown, but I was so disruptive that the teachers couldn't get their material out, and people couldn't actually go through with their days or whatever. So they came up to the principal, right? And they said, well, normally we would kick you out, but if you agree to do like ADHD tests or whatever, and if you go get it checked, we'll give you a chance or whatever. So then I went to some like psychologist or whatever, and they tested me.
That's fucking cool. But they said you don't have ADHD?
Nope.
Nope. Did you take Adderall?
Nope.
Ever? Nope.
Nope.
That's fucking crazy.
Well, I said capping. Yeah,
I can't tell if they're capping about the ADHD or the Adderall or both.
They're saying I think they're double capping for sure now.
Yeah, they're double capping for fucking sure.
What is that xQc clown emote? Is that your emote?
Wait, which one?
I saw a clown in the chat, but that's not my emote, and it's me.
Chat, can we see xQc clown?
I'm gonna pull an old school Pokemon. I'm just gonna DMC the fuck out of it.
I don't have it, okay? I don't have it. Do you know the amount of fucking emotes I see that are me? But honestly, when I see them, I'm honored. I'm like, wow.
Oh, yeah, from another channel?
It's your tier 3, I think. It's your tier 3 emote.
Oh, okay.
Clueless.
Ironic.
Do you have someone who, like, does your shit? Like, uploads your emotes?
Oh, no, I do it manually. Sometimes I even do it on stream. I think most of the times I did them on stream. Well, because I think at the end of the day, like, you want to have something that people are going to enjoy, it has to be people that actually use them,
Oh my god, it's this one. Yeah. This one.
Yeah, Jesus, that is completely cooked up. That is just not right. I don't know who. Yeah, I upload that on a whim. I'm actually surprised how many teacher subs I have.
Me too. Me too.
I think something that a lot of people don't do is actually care or do anything about tier 3 because they're so rare. Yeah. I think one people that did it well. I keep touching your knee. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, we keep knee bumping.
Bullying my knee. It's
okay. It's Moon. Remember back in the days?
Yeah, he
used
to
market it so well.
Yeah. He had an insane sub count just because his emotes and like his sub perks were so nice.
Yeah, I know what happened to him though. I think these days he does it like difference or something. I don't know what happened to him.
No clue.
No, this is addictive.
It's yours. Enjoy it.
Holy.
I made a small list of things we can talk about.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where it is.
That's good. I like that.
Chad helped me. Okay. Do you have a foot or nose fetish?
Why nose though?
Well, they said foot.
Well, you work with them on that?
Yeah. Some of them are from me. I think you can tell this one is from Chad. And I think nose, for reasons.
No, not really. I mean, I'm pretty open about my stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
really?
No.
You don't mind talking about that stuff?
Not really. I don't see a disadvantage.
If you were a girl on Twitch, would you talk about that kind of thing?
Ooh, that is tough. You know, there's something that I relate to a lot, and I think most girl topics I don't, just because I'm not a girl. Mm-hmm. But I can kind of like try to put myself in your shoes, or whatever. Mm-hmm. I guess I would not or at least I would not make. If I did, I would not make it like boring / oh, we can joke about that all the time or whatever, right? Because then it'd be kind of like.
Then people get too comfortable.
Yeah, you know, people would definitely do that all the time. They'd meme about that all the time and get overwhelming to the point where, like, you know, like it feels the people that aren't memeing. I think that'd be the bigger problem.
I remember one time someone was talking about like streamer charts and how there weren't a lot of women in the top streamer charts. And I remember you said something that I was like, holy shit, there's a brain on this guy. And it actually made me respect you a lot more. You said something like, maybe we should stop like just comparing women and men on streamer charts and understand that one of the big reasons why girls don't stream as much is likely because they receive a lot more harassment or have a lot more issues when streaming, which leads to less hours. Like, it's not just because men are better or something. Like, there are other things to consider.
Oh, yeah, there's so many things. Also, there's, I mean, it's a whole different market just because it's mostly male viewers. That's just the reality of it. That's just how it is. So a lot of things that are like more like appealing, if not like relatable.
Relatable. It can be harder for a girl to be relatable to a guy, and I mean vice versa. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, definitely.
So, do you come up with that shit on your own, or is Adept just like putting good thoughts in your brain?
I don't really thought about politics that much with Sammy or stream problems.
Do you sometimes like see her experience as a streamer and like
I'll go in her chat sometimes, and see some of the things people say. They get timed out pretty fast though, and banned just because like I feel like people talk about and act in ways that are just really uninvited for. Like nobody wants to talk about that, or nobody asks, or nobody. Literally. And there's just so many of them, you know.
I feel like a lot of female streamer chats, it's just like, who the fuck asked?
Yeah, no.
Like anytime I do anything different with my hair, it surprises me how many people just come in asserting their opinions. It's not even just like, oh, maybe I like this better. Or like, even then, why the fuck are you saying it? But they'll come and be like, I fucking hate that you changed your hair and blah, 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 and you looked way better before. And
that's
blah, blah,
so weird.
And I'm like,
imagine
it's
if
just
you do that.
One day thing.
Yeah, they barely know you, or even from the stream, right? Yeah. And imagine if these people have a girlfriend. That would be that'd be a complete
I never
disaster.
even thought about that. They would probably be very controlling.
Like, oh, don't wear this, don't wear that.
Don't do this, don't do that, Andy.
Oh, you look weird, fix it for me, like.
Ew.
That is so weird.
Ew.
Because to me, it's like the person I'm with or whatever. Like, I want you to feel good about yourself, not how I see it. You know. That is so weird. Yeah, the people from girls' chat, I feel like are not all of them. Some of them are well moderated, but some of them are just so weird.
Fucking facts.
Yeah. And notice your chat has gaps in it. It gaps up. What is that? Is that a glitch?
People are just doing pot friend with a bunch of spaces.
Wait, so you have no you have no bot then?
Do this. I do, but I don't think the bot stops stuff like this.
Oh, okay, yeah. I use FossilBot, and what it does is that it has a.
I have FossilBot too. I don't know if we can stop, but okay. The thing is, I have this weird thing in my chat where like if I turn those kind of filters on for the bot, it blocks out a lot of like fun spam. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's why it's not about characters or whatever. We have a line spam thing. So before, back in the days, we used to have a 16 line spam, and now we reduced it to I think 6 or 7 line. Because these are lines, you know. These are lines. What even is that? Zoil juice.
Wow, you look so different.
Yeah, that's such an old picture. Yeah.
Hair makes such a big difference on guys. Also, can Ahmad do that line spam removal thing? I don't think.
Yeah,
at least for this stream, we can.
That's sick. Yeah. Okay, so.
Zoil juice.
Oh, so these are the topics you came up with. Huh? These are the ones that they came up with. Huh?
No, some of them are from me, and some of them are from chat. We'll see one by one. Oh, taxes. Do you have any thoughts about taxes?
Yeah,
you probably pay $1 billion.
Yeah, I just finished up mine, and I had late fees because coordinating with like Quebec people and like Texas and California. There's like 3 states, and then it's like international and whatnot.
You're filing for Canadian taxes?
Well, I had for the past because I was there for a little bit because I need to renew my visa. and then I had to create with like 20 people, like 20, and it was like daily struggle. But now it's all behind me.
Nice.
Leave fees were a good amount, but it is what it is. But yeah. What about taxes? What part do you want to talk about? I don't get it. What's up?
Does it hurt you how high taxes are here? Is it something you ever think about or consider?
It doesn't hurt me because I don't use the infrastructures, but I know other people do.
What do you mean? Like tax deductions?
Because I don't go outside. I don't go outside. I don't like use
Oh, you mean the money goes towards things
your taxes,
that
you know, go to government infrastructures and whatnot, right? And I don't use them. I don't go outside. Mm-hmm. I don't use the roads that much, you know?
The roads. But I heard you have 3 cars.
Yeah, 3 cars.
Did you bring the McLaren?
Yes, downstairs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you see the cars in this park?
There's a Lambo downstairs.
They're fucking insane.
Yeah, there's a Lambo. There's a G-Wagon, I noticed. There's some BMWs that are pretty
Porsches.
good.
It's crazy in that parking.
Yeah. I used to live in apartments like this way back when in LA. And it's a bunch of fancy cars and fancy apartments. And you know what's crazy?
What?
A lot of them can't afford the lifestyle. A lot of them.
How do you know?
I know the guy that was renting my place was like a cool guy, cool car thing. Mm-hmm. And when I got inside, it was like he got evicted because he didn't pay like $15,000 on his apartment.
How can you have a Lambo and not pay your rent?
Yeah, see, and that's what I noticed. And then I started talking to the people downstairs, and basically people that have expensive apartments that can't afford the lifestyle become so overwhelming that they had to do a lot of legal stuff, and they had the legal team like at the front desk almost. So the front desk, and then you look to the right, and there's like 2 glass offices, and you think, oh, these are like all like agents that work there, like rental or whatever. It's all legal teams, and all they do is just draft up legal papers whenever these guys don't pay upstairs. It was insane. That's what happened to me. I didn't pay because my credit card, my car was bugged.
So you're talking about yourself.
Well, and it ended up being me. Because I couldn't pay, right? Because I used the portal, and I was 1 day late. Uh-huh. And then next day, I'm like, oh, my card's good now because I called the bank. And then I log in, and I go to pay, and the button's grayed out. I can't click it. No. And they froze my account when you log in, and they don't allow me to pay. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to go downstairs and go talk to them. Mm-hmm. I open my door, and there's a stack of paper. And it's court order. And I have to go to court.
For being 1 day late?
1 day late. And basically, that's what the legal team does downstairs, is that they're fucking ready. They are ready. Holy and if you don't pay, like, they just fucking insta-snap. That was crazy. But it's not like 1 day late. It's like you have 30 days to pay after. Mm-hmm. And it's like 1 day of actual late, you know?
I see.
And then I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, what am I going to do? You know, like, I'm like a 20-year-old.
What am I doing with this?
Yeah, and I've never seen that before, you know? I'm from Quebec.
You just gotta talk to the landlord. Say what's up.
Yeah, I'm a nobody. I know, like I'm like a fake adult.
I think all streamers are.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. So I go downstairs. And they're like, oh yeah, these is our legal fees. You don't have to go to court if you just pay and you pay our lawyers. I'm like,
how much were the lawyers?
1.4K.
I mean, could be worse.
Could have been worse, but still though. That was still pretty crazy though.
Yeah.
Just for filing a court order for not paying rent, that was crazy. Mm-hmm.
They're fucking on top of it though.
Yeah, they're on top of it. I mean, people say 1.4K, but I mean, I paid 4K for a fucking tryhard emote. I paid 3K for an insult in solo queue. I paid.
You paid 4K for a tryhard emote. Can you elaborate on that?
Wait, you don't know about the story about that?
No.
I used to play No Watch League, and then
I heard you spammed tryhard in chat.
Well, I mean, I would always spam tryhard 7. I was, I was just kind of copying, doing the thing, but that's a whole different story though. And then one day I was in the office because we have offices down there, and then I had started, and then it was like casting time, and like there's an announcers, and then.
Oh wait, your fine was 4K.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant. Okay, I do know this story. I thought you meant you paid someone to like make a tryhard emote and you paid them 4K.
Oh, okay. No.
But it's because you were using that and then they fined.
Yeah, and it was one, so it was literally 4K for the emote. The most expensive emote out there. It's okay though.
Facts.
It is what it is. But yeah, like I said, taxes are kind of whatever. Like they're gonna come. You can't really dodge them.
Question. I mean, you make a lot of money. I make a decent bit of money.
Yeah. Hey, keep an eye on it. You also make money. Like what?
Okay, we make some money. Okay, let me put it this way. We are in the top tax bracket, right? And what I've noticed is that, at least for me, knowing that any money that I make, at least half of it is going to go to taxes.
Yeah, at least.
Do you think about that much? Because it makes me not really like go out of my way to make a shit ton more money. Do you get what I mean?
Doesn't make me mauled, right?
Yeah, it does make me mauled. I just noticed that, I don't want to say it makes me less motivated, but I'm not out here like, I need to optimize however much I'm making.
Yeah, I try not to think about like the actual money aspect of it, right? I just it's like an obligation that's gonna happen anyway. It always just feels weird, like for like a day or two. I think everybody feels this way though. It doesn't matter what bracket you're in. It always feels weird for like a couple days of like, oh dude, like we did pretty good, or I've been rolling this year, and then it's like you feel like you're being set back almost because it chunks so hard one tap, and you're like, holy shit, man, like. I worked for that, man. It's gone now, dude. But it's like one tap, you know. It's not like progressive. It's like instantaneous, and you're like, oh, I had this, but now it's kind of gone, you know.
I remember at one point I like celebrated a certain financial milestone, and then I was hit with taxes, and I was like, I gotta undo the celebration.
Yeah.
I gotta take.
It's relatable.
I gotta take back the celebration.
It is what it is. What it is.
Yeah.
Doesn't make me less motivated though, but it's just part of it. I don't know.
Or like, I feel like there are so many ways. Let's say you get a gambling sponsorship, okay, for $5 million.
Yeah.
But you know that's gonna be 2.5 in reality, so it makes it less worthwhile. Does that make sense?
Which at the end of the day, it makes everything less worthwhile. So if everything is less worthwhile, then nothing is less worthwhile. That's kind of how I see it. Does that make sense? Because if it doesn't matter what you do, it all goes into it. You can't dodge it.
I kind of get what you mean.
So if all of it is, then none of it is. That's my theory on it.
But all of it still is.
Yeah, but it's all of it. So why bother talking about it? It's like if I said everybody is this way, right? Then it becomes a standard of like, you know, it's like that. Like you're not gonna get, oh my god, people are like this. I can't believe it.
I mean, I would never mauled about taxes because it's like a part of society. Like you need them, you know.
Yeah. I don't really get too political about taxes, but yeah, they are what they are, you know.
However, I will say I felt better paying taxes in Canada than I do here.
Oh, speak for yourself, madam.
What?
My tax when I'm home is 57%.
No. I mean, they're gonna be similar amounts either way. What I'm saying is I felt better paying Canadian taxes because I felt like I could see where they were going.
Listen.
I don't feel so much that way in LA.
So Canada,
in LA,
this is Canada and this is you in it,
in
right?
LA, there are so many things that piss me off and I'm like...
Right. Well, that's LA. But Canada isn't Quebec. Quebec is like Quebec.
Oh.
There's Canada and there's Quebec, which is part of
Quebec
Canada.
like?
Well, because I'm not gonna get into the politics of it, but there's like a lot of like political problems and shit, and like taxes are very high, and the roads are dog shit. There's a lot of like construction corruption and whatnot, and
the roads are dog shit.
No, roads are very very bad. They're like
Potholes
they're dangerous.
everywhere?
Yeah, you can die in a pothole. They're very bad.
Die? Okay, you can tell me if this is BM.
Guys, you want to look at the video, boys, or what? Somebody have it?
Oh yeah, if you're a sub to my channel, you can link the video.
Okay.
So any mutual subs, link it.
No, it's like a car in a pothole, and it's just a good like description of what Quebec is. But basically, yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Holy. Yeah, that's. And it's called Nido Koi, which means bird's nest. That's how we call them over there. We call them bird's nests. Yeah. It's what a Nido Koi is. It's a puddle.
How?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just Quebec things. I guess you don't ask questions about Quebec puddles. So yeah, it's more. no more paying the taxes. It's just like paying taxes and not having crazy.
I cannot fucking believe this. It looks like it was pushed into it. Yeah. Not even that it just like rolled over a pothole. Oh, it's loud. Sorry. All right.
Yeah, classic.
Absolutely classic. Oh, Elon Musk buying Twitter. Thoughts? Oh, wait. Actually, I was gonna say, you can tell me if this is BM towards Quebecans. I don't want to be controversial.
Here comes the racist. I mean, it's like
can you be racist against Quebecans?
It's provincist. What's up?
Provincist. Sometimes I see the way Quebec behaves as a province or some of its people, and I don't know how else to explain it aside from it feels a little bit pick-me. Do you get what I mean?
I'm not American either, so I don't know what pick-me means.
You don't know what pick-me means? Like pick-me vibes?
No. I thought it was a game from GameCube.
Do you know what a pick-me girl is?
A pick-me-up girl? Isn't that a pick-me-up girl? Is it different?
A pick-me girl? I think there's got to be a good meme that will explain it.
Guys, is pick-me-up?
No. Okay, it's like this, I guess. A pick-me girl is like, I'm not like other girls, so please pick me. Like, oh my god, I don't wear short skirts, and I don't do this, and I don't do that. Other girls wear high heels, I wear sneakers and pick me, because they're asking the guy to pick them.
I don't think about it more negatively. It's more like a... How do I describe Quebec people without being disrespectful? I feel like people are very proud of what they are in Quebec.
Is it like tribal?
No, they're just very proud. Like we're very like patriotic of our province, and it just shows overall in what people do and what they say, but also like how they conduct themselves online. Very that's what we are. We're proud of it, and a lot of times like online it shows as like more negatively. Like insults, BM, like, oh, I don't give a shit.
But it comes from a place of pride.
Yeah, because we're so proud of our culture and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at most people that went pro in games that were French Canadian, most of them were either BM, cheaters, banned, literally. We have a massive history of just getting banned, being toxic, or being cheaters.
Being fined, etc.
Yeah. Like me. Yeah, back in the days we had this is the very early days of Twitch. People don't remember this. This is way back when. I remember early days of like Twitch and Justin TV. StarCraft was really big at the time. Yeah. One of the biggest stream games, right? Like by a long shot.
Yeah.
And you could go to anybody's streams.
Wait, what is Bean Game? Oh, isn't that Among Us?
No, Bean Game is Fall Guys, where I cheated.
Oh yes, you cheated? Oh, I think I remember hearing.
Yeah, I stream sniped.
You tried to stream snipe some people.
Well, I didn't try. I got him, and I held him at the finish line.
I feel like cheating for doing that is a bit of an intense term.
Yeah, but I think over the years I kind of learned that if you want to have a good place and have good tournaments, you kind of have to classify things as cheating or not. And if something is very small cheating, then it's still cheating. That's why I get mad in playing certain games on certain tournaments, and I'm like, dude, they're cheating. I'm like, dude, didn't you do this? Didn't you do that? And I'm like, you know what, dude? I'll say cheating as all cheating. And since I did it, then so be it.
So you accept that what you did was wrong.
Yeah, even though it's like
don't want other people
even though it's small, and I did it for like entertainment and fun. I know it had no impact because we ran the numbers. We weren't stupid. Like it couldn't have impacted at all. We needed like a lot of players to be in at that point to infect, and me being there didn't do shit at all. But still cheating. So I took I took the hit to say, I did it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So basically, back in the days in Twitch, early days, StarCraft was being played, and basically there was like 2 or 3 pro players or like high-rated players from Quebec, and they all stream snipe. What was it at Deezer? I think there was like 2, and they snipe Destiny and shit. Yeah, and they would cheese. They'd be BM. They'd type this craziest shit. It was insane, dude.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is.
Do you feel like you've kind of moved away from that sort of behavior?
No, it's in our blood, you know. It's how we're
But
raised.
do you feel like you contain it? I feel like you become a little more reformed with every year.
Yeah, maybe a little.
I think because like you like the banter and shit, and you like being toxic a little, but you don't actually want to piss people off.
Well, I can't like I like bantering really hard, and you know sometimes like I like engaging in fierce like arguments with people, right?
Felix said fierce.
Yeah, fierce arguments with people. It gets intense to the point where like we're both into it, and I think that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But I think these days I don't do it as often or as fiercely, just because of like, oh, they're gonna get harassed, they're gonna get this, they're gonna get that, and I'm gonna be painted as a villain and then them as a victim, and then that means what am I to tell you? I just feel like there's like a big culture around being the victim, but also maximizing it and trying to get as much as possible out of it. And sometimes people kind of fall into the victim category almost on purpose just to get stuff, which I think is a problem. But I mean, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they're looking to sue you for defamation. It's crazy.
Yeah.
When it's like we're just bantering a little.
Yeah, very meta discussion today. Yeah. So,
okay, actually, speaking of, I heard there was a bunch of drama with Twitch rivals.
I'm gonna be honest. I was very lazy with Twitch rivals, and I woke up kind of late for both days, so I kind of missed the early drama. Whenever I woke up and I logged in, people were so involved already that people were already like insensitive and kind of like. Oh, did they hear that?
Maybe.
Oh, is your mic amplified? Oh, because there's 2 of us, you amplified the mic.
Huh?
Oh, the mic is amplified. That's fun.
Boop.
Oh, makes sense. Yeah. What was I talking about? I forgot.
Twitch rivals.
Oh yeah, and there was a big drama with the Spanish streamers.
Why?
Well, I think because they felt like the admins were against them. In a lot of ways, I think a lot of it. I'm not gonna blame them too hard. I think a lot of it was like misinformation, like through the pipelines of information. It's like if my entire chat's telling me that somebody's cheating and somebody links a clip out of context, right, of them cheating, and I tell my entire team, and then I tell my entire like 60-man team that they're cheating.
Yep.
And there's proof, whatever, and then it goes really bad, It goes really bad, and I feel like that's kind of how it was with them. I feel like a lot of them weren't poor intention or ill intentioned, but it ended up that they were just fed more information, and they started molding like there was even like a racism in a chat in the tournament chat.
Actually.
I mean, they called me racist out of the blue. They said I was like a woman hater because I typed puta in a note that you leave in a crate. So basically, you get items from a box, and for the box not to be able to respawn, you leave an item in it, right? So I left the last item, I put a note, and it says puta. And I think what they were thinking is that they said I was a woman hater because I typed puta to a girl in a tournament. But I'm like, dude, I just left a note in a box. Anybody could have picked it up,
Yep.
Like, it just felt just weird. And
is there a male version of that word, if that makes sense?
Not really. And even if it is, like, you know how it is with like men, female dynamics. Like, people will be like, "That's like Chad. You're like Chad." Like, if you go on like sleeping with a bunch of guys, you're something or something. But if you're like a guy, you do that, dude. You're such a fucking you're high body count Chad like God.
No, what I was saying is I think it's kind of like apparently you can say like puto. So I think because you said the female term,
oh my,
and then unlucky, a girl picked it up, it looks that way. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, because Spanish from Latin, and then you go back to the French things where you have female and male versions of things.
Yes.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. I think that was just the one that he thought of. He didn't even know there was like a male term.
Is that how it is? Can anybody fluent in Spanish that can tell me if I'm right about this or not?
Yeah. A woman or man. Yeah.
Oh, then boom. Then I reverse engineered it. So I rehearsed all this entire skit off stream, so I would look like I didn't know on stream. But I'm pulling this off pretty well right now. Cleaning my PR today, boys.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
One clip at a time.
Oh my god. Okay, so Twitch Rivals kind of whatever.
And then it just became weird because they got so mad that they became like anti-content and like anti-fun almost.
Oh.
And like, you know, like
it's not the fun kind of banter.
Yeah, because we couldn't compete anymore, right? And then I would go like in town and start gambling with scrap in the game, and they would like try to like interfere with it, and I'm like, dude, like I'm only in the tournament because the admins made this, right? And I don't want to be disrespectful to Twitch Rivals and just, you know, leave and everybody leaves.
Yeah.
I don't want to be disrespectful, so I'm gonna just stay in here and just do my own content and try to enter into my chat. And they were like trying to like ruin that. And I'm like, dude, you just ruined the event.
How were they ruining your gambling?
They would like go in front of me and stack and steal my scrap and like they just came there just to intentionally just grief my fucking gambling session. It was just kind of like, dude, you're ruining it, and it was just not fun. They were just like unfun, dude. And I think that was kind of lame. And at the end of the day, like, I think people were very sour about it. I don't know if you, I know this guy's still posted a video about it, but I didn't watch it. But it was just kind of cringe, like.
Yeah, I think it was like while I was out of town, so I didn't really know what was going on. I just heard about a bunch of drama, and I'm like, for Rivals?
Yeah, it's odd. Especially since it's tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so. I did not enjoy it at all. I'm not being honest. I always thought that was so lame, and also the fact that something that Menno said that I agree with. They had a bunch of streamers that are like smaller, right? And they were like trying hard, even if they don't know much about Rust. They were like getting food, farming all day, and they were like on the grind for like no viewers because they were so happy that they got into the tournament. You know, like they stream for years, they have no viewers, and they finally reach a certain point where they get invited to like a 40-man event, and they try to go hard on their like on being participated, and they're just getting shit on by everybody. And
their leader. Shit on why? Or what do you mean?
Well, they're just like their leaders or whatever are tomorrow we're not gonna show up, and there's like a big prize pool and whatever, so there's a lot of like clout and money on the line, and all the smaller guys that have no say in it, they're just getting rolled by it, so they have like no chance of growing their channels from it or having cool clips and cool fun events and cool times or money. So now I was like, that's just kind of lame for these guys, you know?
Yeah, that does suck.
So,
I think in general, Rivals kind of has that issue where like there's such a large spectrum of like playing for fun and content and then trying really fucking hard, and like where do you draw that line and balancing around all that?
Yeah.
So I feel like Rivals events can be really hit or miss because of that.
Yeah, it's why I like tryharding with tryhards that don't main the game they're playing.
No, we need to talk about this. You've triggered a memory. Listen, the second, or was it the first, I don't know, Fortnite tournament, and you were like, hey yo, who wants to join my team? No pros. And then you're on a team with like 3 fucking ex-pros. Your whole team is FPS.
Who's she talking to?
Clueless.
Who is she talking to?
Bro, you know your team and like all the other teams
for
are.
Ludwig?
Yeah. Do you not feel like your team was a little too try-hard?
Okay. No, listen. So here's how it happened. I'll debunk this, okay? The first week we did, the first team we did the tournament, okay? What do we have? My team was
I
me,
think your first
Greek,
team was okay.
Yeah. Oh, it was okay. It was
your first
trash.
team was fine, but your second team was mega try-hard.
Okay, the reason why we went try-hard is that we saw Shroud, Tariq.
Shroud doesn't play Fortnite. Tarek doesn't play Fortnite.
He's an ex-pro.
Okay, listen, I do think that team was stacked as fuck too. But just because 2 teams were stacked as hell, like, my only question is, did you not go into that feeling like it was a little unfair, or was it because you saw one other person doing it that you were like, oh, he's fine?
Okay, so you know? I did like the team was on the stronger side, but because of the Shroud team and
the
other team.
On the stronger side.
Okay, listen. Because of Shroud and another team, I didn't feel bad about it. But then we got swapped. You remember they swapped teams with people?
Yeah.
And we were given an actual, like, Fortnite main, like old pro, like legitimately.
So you went from being really good to being really fucking good.
Yeah. So we were like, and out of anybody in the tournament that we just swapped with, that was like the most fitting, better players. It was like it didn't make sense. It was just lucky. But it was on the stronger side though.
You were all ex-pros.
Okay, I can't aim.
Playing against me and Saikuno.
Okay, Saikuno played fine.
Yeah, no, he did. My point is, like, a lot of people were just playing for fun, or were new, or did not play often, and then like, there's just no way you guys lose.
Then I feel like they should have made them. You should have said, "Oh, this is a content tournament." Just made it content. Then it should just focus on the content part of it. Then.
I guess.
If you're gonna go content, go full content. Otherwise, so one knows in the past.
Otherwise, there will always be people that.
Well, if you get a crack of tryhardness, it spreads like wildfire.
Yeah.
So you have to go full content or full tryhard, and then in between, you'll, like I said, first event was good. First week was good, and then it wildfired. That's how it is.
That's true. Tryhardness. All right. Honestly, is there anything you want to talk about? Because there's so much random shit. A lot of the stuff that comes to mind are like platform talks. People always want to hear about that. The Amber Heard, Johnny Depp
I don't look at that much of platform talks because I don't think chat gives a shit about like the money aspect of stuff, whatever. Which is even to me is boring as heck.
I mean, if there were ever any leaks, I think that would be interesting. But like, you can't. There's not really a point in hypothesizing.
There's no leaks. No, it's more like I do know though and agree that Amazon's making a big push for ads and cutoffs and increasing revenue to make sure that Twitch is more profitable. I think at the end of the day that hurts the user overall, and I think that the user is like at the forefront of everything. Yeah. So I always want to make sure that there's some sort of something that is for the user sometimes.
Yeah, what I worry especially is like Twitch is such a unique platform.
It is.
It's not like anything else, and when you can't just get a bunch of corporate Andes to make decisions. Yeah. Like they need to ask people who understand and use the platform a lot for their opinion before making some of these decisions.
You see that?
But I mean, like when Twitch was bought by Amazon, it's gonna become corporate Andes.
I was gonna talk about that too. It's like when Amazon came in, right? Then at that point, it's like we get that, but we get Twitch Primes, and with Primes, like people made like good. It
allowed a lot of people to make a living.
Yeah.
Point blank. Period.
Yeah, it helped content for sure to have more. Well, that didn't help though. It helped a bunch. What happened?
Ask about his crush on Forsen.
They're just being dumb.
There was so much random shit chat said, like the maid incident with the toilet aware. Do you know what that means? That sounds like fucking Morse code.
Oh my god.
That literally sounds like Morse code.
When Valorant came up, but Valorant was made.
Yeah.
And it was time to get drops, and I was farming key drops, key IDs.
Yeah. Me too. Good times.
Yeah, good times. Yeah.
Those days.
I was grinding the game day in, day out, right? Yeah. So I didn't have time to do much. And I would use the upstairs bathroom because it's right next to me. It was a 2-story house, and then one time, I had to go number 2. So I number 2'd upstairs, and then I didn't have, since I don't go upstairs ever, I didn't have any toilet paper, so I use Scott towel or whatever, like the more heavy paper.
Oh, toilet paper. Oh my god, do not say towel.
No, Scott towel.
Paper towel.
Paper towel.
Paper towel. I was like, did you use like a hand towel?
So I threw it all in there.
Wait, you threw it all in there?
And it clogged, right?
Oh, got it.
And then for the rest of the event, which is like weeks, right? I would still go to the bathroom there and flush, but it wouldn't flush, right? Because it was clogged. So it would make it like, go to the top and then go down. I've seen and then the bowl I don't make it, this is disgusting. The bowl became like, rock solid, full of the, around it.
Wait. I need to understand this mentally.
The water goes up and down, and then it makes like a crust around.
So you're
it coated the whole, after weeks, it coated the whole thing.
So you're telling me that when you're peeing and number twoing in this toilet, you're doing it in like water that's already brown, essentially. Because that's the only way that it'll go up and down and like crust.
I don't want to get crust. Okay, listen, I don't go number 2 very often on stream. Okay, so I wouldn't do that. Okay, but basically what happened is that it's like that for weeks, and then one day we had the maid come through.
Fuck.
And
I hope you tipped her really well.
Well, I hid in my house because I didn't want to see what she was gonna say. So whenever I saw she was going up, I went down. I went downstairs in my room, and I closed my door and I went to sleep because I didn't want to see her reaction. Because it was like it was like really bad. So when I came through the next day, it was all clean and good, and it was working, and I was like,
wow. I thought she wouldn't be able to fix it because I feel like you need a plumber for that kind of thing.
It was really bad.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Drake's for the maid.
But these guys are really good though. They do super good. They're very professional. I like them. Nice. I don't live there anymore though.
Actually, I'm interested to ask, would you ever consider living in like a streamer house?
It depends. Probably not.
Why?
We need a maid to come through like almost every other day. I think that would work.
Yep.
Just because.
Did you live in a streamer house before?
No.
Never?
I was at Soda's place, and the layout of the house is really good. So like it's like me on one side, Soda on the other side. So we didn't really hear each other that much. It was we could hear each other sometimes, but it was really good. But you had problems with sound before.
Yeah.
That
so bad.
But LA is paper thin the walls though.
Yeah. Luckily, these places are better, but still like.
Yeah, because it's a lot of cement and whatnot.
Living
so bad.
It's just a lot.
Yeah, I'm done fidgeting. It's I don't know how I feel about it. Like I think it could be good content, but you get tired of people. I get tired of people really fast. I get mean and like
bully.
Well, like
I feel like
I'm
you
more
would be
open.
very blunt.
Yeah, I will tell them, and I will tell them, and if it needs to be on stream, it's content, so I wouldn't mind doing it, right? So like, you know how it is. Like I just go for it.
Yeah, you called me a bitch in Monopoly.
Yeah.
I didn't really mind though because I feel like I could call you a bitch and you wouldn't care.
Yeah, I wouldn't care. So yeah, I don't know. So I think I don't like people. I'm not a big people fan. Like, I think people become abrasive. Abrasive. They become abrasive.
That's kind of how it is when you live with someone. Like, you have to get along really well and know your boundaries and know how to mesh. For me, I lived in so many streamer houses. I don't know when I could do it again. I feel like it's almost like a threshold.
Yeah,
like,
you plateau.
I'm very glad that I did, and I think it was really fun for, like, when I did it. But I cannot imagine why I would want to go back. It's
for content, but if you don't make content with them, then it's not worth it, I think.
True.
I kind of wish sometimes I could just go like into somebody's room and just go sit like this and just do whatever.
Yeah, but I think like you can do that if you live in LA.
Oh yeah, the housing market is really bad. I've been looking for houses here. And
no. I mean, like if you have friends in LA, you can just go over for a day and you don't have to fucking live.
Yeah, but I want to also grind, do a lot of streams, and do things. I want to do both. Quite like that's what this place, because it's like I wake up, it's already live, so like. I could go on his stream and just go chill, like just.
I feel like they have a pretty good setup.
Yeah, but also it's very motivating though. I think something that people don't understand. Being around people that are active and successful is like it's like a huge like life buff. Like an actual buff you get in the game, like 10% strength or whatever. Being around people that do stuff, doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything. It's like a huge like buff. And sometimes like I don't need that, but. I think everybody wants it because it's like an increase,
I think you can very much benefit from it, and I think that's very true. And I've noticed that in certain like households. Yeah. Especially like when you're around people streaming all the time, you're like, oh, maybe I should, maybe I can do this, maybe. Exactly. It gets you thinking. But for me, like I've been in this game for so fucking long, I found that at this point it's kind of just like stressful.
Oh, okay,
it's like I don't want that constant reminder all the time. But I also understand why it's beneficial at certain points of your career,
it's just like,
especially.
You wake up and you hear people screaming and doing stuff, whatever, and you're like, what? Well, like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like I'm doing nothing. It makes you want to do stuff, you know. And I think that's kind of like really important. And I like that. I like being in an active place with active people. So I kind of miss stuff like that, like being at Soda's place. But I don't see myself like, with who would I do it though? I don't have a lot of friends like that stream and are very motivated.
You really don't feel that way? I feel like everybody would like to consider you their friend, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but friend as in like, you know.
That you're comfortable living with.
Yeah, and they live close enough, or we could live in the same house. Like, there's a time like last year, I thought about I'm just gonna buy a compound, like
compound.
Well,
like
a house that looks like a compound, like a house that has like multiple houses on the property almost.
Hell yeah.
Right, and have like, let's say 3 people in one house and people in the other,
friends.
and it's just have just like a compound of fun, you know, and then we can do whatever. But I'm like, who am I gonna do a compound with, you know? And then people are like in orgs or like, oh, I'm on 100 Thieves, I'm on OTK, I'm on OTV, whatever. And then you're like, oh, we can't collab, or then we have like problems with deals, whatever. It's like, it's not very like.
It gets complicated.
Yeah, it's not as grassroots anymore, and it becomes kind of complicated. And I wish it was like just kind of simple.
I agree. Also, can we get this out of the way? X is wearing zero makeup.
No, you know what?
My lighting is just
so
really
I can't sleep. So I looked white as fuck. Send me a mini touch up when I got here.
You need a mini me touch up?
Yeah, because I look like I'm a ghost. I look white as fuck.
Oh, did she put makeup on you?
She did like a. It's not like a whole thing. It's like a.
Like, at least to me in person, you don't look like you're wearing makeup.
Yeah, it's just because I had fucking. Because I can't sleep. I have a problem now with sleep. And
yeah, what's going on?
Sometimes I'll wake up and you're like my face is like transparent almost.
Oh, like you're ghostly white.
Yeah, you're like transparent almost. Like you're fragile as fucking. I don't know why it does that.
What's up with your sleep?
I don't know actually. I don't know what's the problem. I think I need to get better sleep hygiene for sure. Sleep hygiene, you know, like
no screens an hour before bed and stuff like that.
Yeah, because it got bad really fast though.
What happened?
I mean, I just started waking up. I started waking up a lot of times, and then it just kind of like it just got worse and worse, and it never got better, and it just keeps getting worse.
I have noticed your.
My sleep schedule was bad.
Not your. You have Adderall sleep schedule.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Like you just go for 20 hours and then you pass out.
I'm gonna be honest though, lately it's because like I'm like, oh, I know if I go to bed, it's not gonna do shit, and I'm gonna be awake. So I'm like, if I'm awake right now, I want to make the best of it. So I'll be awake as much as I can.
That makes sense.
That is like really some cooked like degenerate narrative thing like who does that, you know? It's like kind of dumb.
I mean, it's tough because in your situation, you're rewarded for doing that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but see, the problem that I have is making the best. It's something that I asked Lil Yusufer when I was talking to him last time. Is that I always ask myself.
When I was casually talking to Lil Uzi Vert.
Yeah, I actually was. It was very casual. It was kind of like, oh, yo, what's up? Because it was on the Discord. But I asked them, and I'll ask you, do you feel like you could or could have done more when you had the opportunity?
I think there's no way to say you couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, you literally can always do more.
Yeah, but what about you, though? Could you have done more?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Always.
And you regret not doing more?
No, because I think it would have driven me crazy.
You think it would have diluted the content?
No, I think it would have made me a worse person.
Oh, okay.
Like a worse human being. So, for example, like when there's been like drama or whatever in the past.
Yeah.
Looking back, like I could have hella farmed that shit. I could have just like kept streaming. I could have done whatever. But I think in my mind, I would have like become a little bit of a villain, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But instead, I like took a step away and.
Get that bag, queen.
But like when the Gideon shit happened, like I knew I wasn't in the wrong, and I was comfortable like farming that and still streaming and doing whatever.
Yeah.
But in the past, like there was so much shit. I felt like I would have had to go villain mode in my brain in order to just keep streaming and be like, I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Yeah. Okay, I get that.
But like when you're at this type of like exposure and eyes on you, like you need to take some time away to remain a human being.
Yeah. Yeah, to touch grass, literally.
Yes, to touch grass.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like, if you think about it, could you have done more videos, more of this?
Yeah.
You could have done more cooler merch, cooler collabs, cooler whatever.
Yeah.
Could you have done more like podcasts, talks, appearances, or whatever? You can always like do more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, dude, am I gonna be positioned in a couple of years where I'm like, damn, I could have done more and now I regret, right? I'd rather like almost push all the avenues as much as I can to where I don't feel that way in the future.
I get what you're saying. I don't really think I view it that way though.
Okay.
The way I view it is I don't want any regrets in regards to my happiness and my health.
Okay.
Not just my career.
Yeah, that works backwards then. Yeah. I think that argument can be pushed both ways.
Yeah.
It works both ways.
I guess it depends what you're optimizing for.
Yeah.
Like for me, I think that same thing, but in regards to my health. Like I have really fucking bad neck pain. I put a fucking nicotine patch.
What is that?
I've had
Is it a fire and ice?
Oh yes, the icy hot lidocaine. One of those. Like I have really bad neck pain right now. So instead, I'm thinking like, I don't want to make decisions now that I'll regret in 30 years because I'm screwing over my health.
Oh, okay. No, about health, I don't feel that much that way though. Except for my back. My back's kind of fucked up. It's kind of curvy.
I heard you have a bad knee.
Oh yeah, it's broken.
It's broken?
Yeah, it's broken.
What do you mean it's broken?
I have a bolt in it that's holding it together, and it's not doing its job.
Did something happen? Like,
yeah, I have an ACL reconstruction. They had to rebuild the.
Sports?
Yeah, I want to go pro in snowboarding, and I do crazy shit, and then one day my knee just kind of popped out.
I can't tell if you're trolling.
I'm not trolling.
You wanted to go pro in snowboarding?
Look. Touch that. No, you push into it. Like you push into it, you'll feel it.
I feel bad.
Do that. Push into it. It doesn't hurt. You feel it?
Is this not a bone?
It's not a bone. It's a bolt.
The bolt? It feels like a bone.
Well, the bone builds around it.
Oh.
But basically, it's like it kind of failed a little bit. Maybe it's because of my fall or not. But basically, what happened is that the bolt that's holding like the your knee has like a cross of like ligaments in it. There's like an X in it, and one tears pretty easily. And what they do is that they rebuild it, and then they bolt it at the top in the bone, and then it stays in, But the bolt is like off, and it's not at the right place. So
fix it?
Yeah, so now it's not tearing, but it's not like doing its job
Properly, yeah.
So now the knee's doing whatever the fuck it wants.
It's an X in your leg.
Yeah, it's a big X. Yeah, it is what it is. It's okay though. But yeah, at one point I'll go back to like doing sports but right now I'm enjoying my life though. Like
That's good.
Yeah, well I enjoy my life, so it's like I don't want to do sports right now or that much, and so I'm not being hindered by it that much.
Because you're enjoying what you do.
So I'm trying to take life
do you feel
one
like
step at a time.
at some point you'll feel like you've kind of done it all when it comes to streaming?
Yeah, but I'm not at that point. I think this sort of this innovation part that I want to do and other cool stuff that I want to do. Everyone's always, dude, you're not doing shit. You're too lazy. Nah, it's still happening. It'll
ask him about merch. Ask him about podcasts. Ask him about subathon. Yeah, how do you feel about subathons? Are you still wanting to do one? Do you have any hot subathon takes?
So basically, getting a place to do it is really important for me because I want to do a lot of stuff with it. I want to do like a bunch of stuff with it.
Oh.
I want to be active.
Like a set. For the
yeah,
subathon.
almost turning the entire house into a studio almost.
Yeah.
So we can do stuff. That's fun and whatnot. But finding a house is hard.
Yeah.
Like I've been visiting a bunch of houses and it's just bad.
Mhm. It's hard to find.
And it's LA.
Yep.
Like you don't get nothing in LA.
I mean, LA, it's all just like Airbnbs and stuff for parties, not really stuff for that kind of content. It's like a different kind of content.
Yeah, LA is something else though. It's I don't know, like the houses are expensive and whatever. Like the city's kind of weird. Like I don't know. I want to live more in the hills.
Go ahead. Let's talk about LA.
Well, I mean, I want to live in the hills. I know a lot of like, I don't know. It's weird to me. Like, you visit the houses on the hills are all like, you know, over the top, overly like, oh, dude, let's build this like crazy rich, like almost like rich guy mansion or rich girl.
Yeah.
It's like they're all like that.
With 10 bedrooms and a volleyball court and a golf cart and a this and a 3 pools and an infinity pool and a.
But then you go visit them, and then there's problems with the pipes, the finishing. There's like holes in the walls. Like none of them are finished. Yeah. You go to any of the rich houses, like at the Face Cloud House. All these houses on that flank of the mountain, none of them are finished. So it's just like it's lame.
Those houses sucked. It's like AC broken, not comfortable kind of deal.
It's so bad, and it's LA too. So it's like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. Expensive. And then it's like, and you look at the tiny roads leading up to them. Like LA is so packed. It's
call
crazy.
it spaghetti streets.
What? Yeah, the spaghetti. Yeah.
I hate that.
Just like in GTA.
Yep. And if you want to order food, it'll take minimum an hour.
Yep. And the drivers get stuck in the street. It's so bad. I'm not a big fan of it. But yeah, Subathon is. I think the problem with Subathons is that people do them because they're successful, but they kind of forget what the essence of the Subathon is.
Which is supposed to be like you're staying up late and a long time, so there's like content from doing that.
Yeah. See, that's the problem I have with Twitch and content overall. Like this has been a problem. This is like the problem with content. Really on YouTube, on all the platforms. Somebody does something, or people do something that is like successful and good, and then comes the people who oh, is that Mimi?
Yeah, I'll get the door. You can keep talking.
And it's like people who like do it just because it's successful, right? And just because it works, but then they don't care, right?
They don't care about the content?
Well, they don't care about like what makes it good. They just do it.
Okay,
right?
But let me raise you this. People's effort levels and how much they care goes down because they can remain successful doing that because the viewer doesn't care that much either.
Okay. The viewer doesn't care, I think, because they don't know what they're missing.
I think so too. Like when someone comes out and they put in a lot of effort and do innovative different shit, like it stands out a lot.
Yeah.
But that's not like common for content, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's not common. So it's like they don't know what they're missing because they've never seen it.
But also oftentimes in order to do shit that's really innovative, creative and like etc. Even like Michael Reeves, it takes him so long to properly make a video because he puts a lot of effort into it. Yeah. But sometimes that's a lot less sustainable than just dishing out React content, you know?
It definitely is less sustainable, right? But I think it's like almost a completely different thing. This is more like almost like the Germa approach, right? Where it's like you do like things that are just you do your thing. Something that people, it's not like something that people are doing. But one of it more is about like the metas. Like somebody does something that's successful like once, and then people are like, oh, this is good. I'm gonna do that the same thing. But then they forget like what was the idea behind it? What made it good? And it gets diluted, and then people are doing it. It's just like.
And then people get over it, and then they start copying something
else.
Then
and then it ruins the whole thing because then you're like, hey guys, we're doing this thing, and it's a thing that's like meta, but you know what you're doing it. But then it was like, this is garbage because all these things, everybody else doing it, it's like so diluted. So I think the image is that's why I think I usually always use this example. Pranks on YouTube.
What?
Pranks on YouTube.
Ew.
Yeah, but see, you said that.
Ew.
You say that, but
ew, pranks.
I think pranks are really funny and really good.
I think if done right, but so often they've been.
Because I watch old ones. I watched Laugh, you know, LAWHF or whatever. I watched Ed Bassmaster back in the days, right? So in a lot of ways, like a prank is good, but since everybody did it, faked it, pushed it hard, and you watch a prank, you're like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. So if somebody goes up with a prank, you're like, I'm not even gonna watch the prank. It's just gonna be garbage. Right?
Yeah.
So this is like this layer of just that makes the viewer or the audience know it's gonna be trash ahead of time. It's just kind of lame.
It like creates a negative connotation surrounding that type of content. Yeah. Do you feel like that's what subathons are like now? Subathons have
definitely became that 100% because people don't remember, but
they are kind of hand in hand a little bit with a bit of a cash grab, let's be honest.
They're 100%. And because subathon back in the days were just like a one-day thing, you know? Remember back in the days, subathons were like 19, 20 hours at most, right? On average.
Yeah.
Now it's like...
But now with gifted subs, it can be
after Ludwig and all the imposters... stop. Don't even try. Don't. Stop it. Don't even look at me. Stop.
You chose to use that word. It wasn't me.
Graham, if you didn't stop at imposter, nobody would have noticed. No.
All right.
So, what was I saying? I just took my thoughts.
You were talking about Among Us. I'm pretty sure.
This guy's toast.
You said Ludwig
annoys me.
An imposter. Why? Because the rivals tournament?
Nah, I'm just kidding. I like toast.
Nice.
I think toast has some balls, and as somebody who tends to do kind of, you know, things like I do, I respect that. You know, yeah. I respect toast for that.
I think he's not afraid to stir the pot.
Yeah, what was I saying? Pot.
No, we need to do it at the same time. Nice. Chat's gonna love that shit.
Yeah. Subathon's like, there used to be one thing where like 20 hours, and then after all of the Ludwig stuff, people try to like emulate that, but it completely missed the mark of all the things that all the components that were in Ludwig's thing. So it's like, why not just do the old subathons that people used to do that were like pretty good actually? They were not bad at all, right? Back in the days.
I like stuff where it's like, at this point we're gonna do this thing. At this point we're gonna do this thing.
That's all right.
At least you have like something planned, and it's less so about the amount of time streamed and like the amount of money made.
Yeah, for sure.
And more so about, let's make content because we're doing an extra long fucking stream.
Yep. Yeah. So
You know what though? I feel like, interestingly enough, it's kind of like trends. It's like the trend right now a little bit is like long streams, subathons, all this shit.
Yeah.
And then the trend is going to go back towards like, because this is what the viewer is getting used to, people are going to be more excited about like special events, shows, and then
blocks.
That's going to be the meta, and then the meta is going to go back and back and back.
Yeah, but then you're going to have hybrids. You're going to have long shows, long podcasts, long thing. There's always hybrids, and it can be good, can be bad. I know. I'm not gonna shit on other people's content.
Do you feel any type of way about the current Twitch meta?
What's the meta?
Right? I feel like there is no meta, which I really don't like. Like, there's no hype, fun game.
Yeah, there isn't much happening. You're not wrong.
Yeah. Like, viewership is kind of down overall on the site, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't mind that it's chill, but it's just not very exciting.
Yeah, there isn't much to do. I think that's where like people that do stuff kind of shine, because like when there isn't this the same everywhere, if you don't do much, right, you can do anything and it'll be good, because people because
they haven't seen you much.
Yeah, they're like
they're just excited to see you do anything.
What is it called? It's called the hedonic treadmill or some shit like that. You know about that?
I think I know about that, but I don't know if that's
where
the
like
right term.
The human capacity to like normalize or like you know, to a certain level of happiness or something. Chat knows about this.
Yeah.
You know, in any circumstance, whatever that you're given, your enjoyment or happiness is gonna flatten out, right?
Yes.
If things are really bad
get used to
for such a long time, that's gonna be your normal, right?
Ooh, yeah.
So when the
tendency of humans to quickly return to a relatively stable level of happiness despite major positive or negative events or life changes.
Yeah. Yes. So when the baseline for content becomes low, that's usually really good, because anybody who does something of any value that's good, it goes really hard. Think what was going on when German did the house thing. Nothing was going on. You know, it went super hard. Kind of stuff like that. I think it's a big deal. I
kind of like that too. I guess from my perspective, it's almost like we're back at pre-COVID Twitch.
Yeah.
A little bit. Which I don't mind. But it does make me think like, oh, like, will there be another hype game soon? And I saw some people saying Valorant, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I've said this much before. I fucking hate the way Valorant functions on Twitch. I love the game to death, but they stream professional games like every fucking day.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong.
Literally I feel like they are killing their own content on Twitch by streaming pro games every day. Like, just make it a weekend thing.
Yeah, so that's the problem with CS:GO. That's what CS:GO did wrong. They did the same thing.
Oh yeah, I mean
they had like 5 broadcasts, all had reruns, and then you were like, okay, I want to watch, I want to go browse for some people competing, and then you look at it, and it's like rerun, and you're like, dude, what the fuck is happening? And you don't even know when the events are happening, except for like the big events or whatever. People are saying question mark. They don't know what they're talking about.
They really don't.
You guys have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, I don't know why
I look at the Valorant
the chat overruled me on this
category every fucking day, literally every day, and it's like 5 days out of 7, the only top streams are watch parties, and it's like, my point is that I feel like League of Legends has a great balance where you have LCS and the esports scene for the weekend, but you allow enough viewership time and space throughout the rest of the week for there to be content that revolves around the game. Whereas me, and I'm telling you, like, from my perspective as a streamer, if I wake up and I see all there is in Valorant is watch parties, I don't want to play that game. Because everybody's only watching the watch party.
Yeah, and it's not only that.
It essentially kills the content scene of that game.
People are talking about it all the time, and they're like, yo, you're not watching this, you're not watching that. It's like,
I'm not.
Yeah, it makes the environment around the viewers, and I think the interaction part, which is the big drive in streaming interaction, the interaction bad.
Yeah.
It's why
like,
a lot of
the
times.
whole scene, it's a little too CS:GO in my opinion. Like, it all just revolves around esports at this point. I think that's what made Fortnite so fucking good. That game was only content, more or less, and the tourneys were really big and really hype. Oh my god, I'm scratching myself. They're really big and really hype, but like, you could get on any day and watch people playing together, doing fun shit.
You're not wrong. Yeah, I've talked about a bunch of times before, like years ago, about like the downfall of Fortnite and how I think they failed.
To be fair, I would not even say Fortnite has fallen.
They didn't fall.
Yeah.
But you know what we were talking about? Could you have done more? They could have done more. And I think the problem that they were doing is how they thought about how tournaments are gonna look for their game. Fortnite, like BRs, are a POV game. Like, it's important to get a story of the player. How did he drop? What happened? What are the difficulties he went through? What is he doing? And how did he get there? Right? The story is so important. That's the thing about broadcasting tournaments. The whole thing is storytelling, right? But from their broadcast, right, they had garbage storytelling because it's almost impossible to spectate tournaments.
Yeah, spectator Fortnite in a tournament is not that great.
It's almost nearly impossible to tell stories. There's too many players, too many people doing a lot of things at the same time. You don't know what action to catch, who to go look. So it's a very good to see the POVs. So how do you get a middle ground where you can have a good broadcast? It's really hard. But then you find any solutions. And I think watching tournaments was garbage. So the viewership was already super low for their tournaments because it's not fun to watch. It's just bad. Who's Dream Owls? Is that a...
No, but thank you for the 100 gifted. Thank you very much. He's probably maybe one of yours. Or maybe just mutual enjoyer. I don't know. But I was going to say, out of all the companies that have had a pop-off game, I want to say Fortnite did it the best. Can you think of a company that did better? Among Us devs? Apex even? Like Riot? I think Riot is doing way better now than they did before. They're actually working with content creators. They're just doing a lot more in general, and I really appreciate them for that. I want to play their fucking game more. I want to stream it. I want to stream Valorant every day, but I can't. I can't if there are tournaments every day. I just can't. But I think
it's really odd. Also,
I think Fortnite did amazing. Cosmetics, they did massive events. They appealed to so many audiences.
They did, yeah.
Cross platforms, like I did not have that much feedback or just that many negative things to say about them because so many other game devs have hinted it.
You're not wrong for content. I just think a lot of the bigers that compete and play the game got tired because Fortnite did a bad job of mixing casual and tryhard in a way that doesn't alienate one or the other.
Yep.
And they end up alienating both at the same time by accident.
I would not say that they eliminated casual players. I think that game will always like
casually for the
I don't think because like even Twitch audience, like most people on Twitch game consistently, but there are way more people who game casually, and those kind of people play Fortnite, especially kids. Like Fortnite is still huge, I think.
I don't know the numbers. I don't know how many people. I don't know how many people are playing the game.
Does anyone know the numbers?
Nah, it's all hidden.
Really?
But I'll tell you though, at night I can't get a ranked game.
Really? For Fortnite?
For the longest time, yeah. I used to play at night for fun and queue ranked. At like 2 a.m. I can't get anything.
That's weird.
True chat? True or not?
My impression is still like, okay, I guess it's kind of also because like kids aren't gonna play Apex Legends.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean,
they essentially monopolized the kid and mobile demographic a little bit.
Yeah. It's very entry level. It's very easy to understand for sure. There's not a lot of games that do it like that, for sure. I mean, she's not wrong.
By the way, I'm not saying Apex is bad. I think Apex is a good game. Aside from the servers, kind of ass sometimes. But kids aren't gonna hop up on Apex because the audience is just not for it. The way the game looks, as well as the people that play that are already kind of try hard, like it's just not.
The visuals, a lot of it, I think it comes down to the visuals.
Fortnite in general appeals to kids just so much more.
Yeah.
Needs to be more colorful.
Yeah, I mean, Apex is good. Its skills thing is a bit higher, but definitely there's a bunch of. I think it's very cluttery. So it's just not as entry level. It's not as inviting for kids and younger people. So yeah.
And when they like hop in a game and then they'll just instantly get killed, like they won't really know what to do.
Yeah, I think it's more inviting
entry.
for that. Yeah. What were we talking about this? What even happened before that?
I don't even know. Chat, what were we talking about? Game?
People say Dota 2 Giga Chad. It depends. And also what people like to do also in chat, also a lot of times, I think viewers, I'm not disrespecting them, okay? Because sometimes I get caught doing the same thing. A lot of people think that they're like mathematics, stats masters. Nobody plays this game because people aren't watching it. Viewer numbers don't very correlate with how many people play the game. Sometimes it's just completely unrelated. Doesn't do anything.
Facts.
Doesn't make sense.
Facts. Some games are also more entertaining. Some games are more popular on Twitch. Some games blah blah blah. But it does not always reflect the monthly average users.
Yep. Like CS:GO now is kind of flat, right? But I look at the Steam numbers and it's like rolling. It's like 350k players average are playing the game, and I didn't even know that.
I'm so curious about Fortnite numbers. I want to know.
Don't they have to report somewhat their numbers because of quarterly earnings or whatever or stuff like that?
Okay, listen. If we have so many beautiful, intelligent people in chat, someone's got to know, right? Someone's got to know.
Fortnite.
CS:GO numbers and Fortnite numbers.
Yeah, I want to ask. Like, I kind of wish I knew now.
Fortnite still has the largest concurrent players out of any game. 3 million concurrent on average. That was what one person
3 million
said.
concurrent? Yeah, I don't buy that. I'm sorry. I'm
Epic
not.
Games revealed that 3 to 4 million played Fortnite concurrently.
Okay. Epic Games revealed that
in January 2022.
Yeah, but see, that's for the month. I think that's
month. It's January. It's Q4. I feel like December maybe would be inflated.
Q1.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm saying it's Q1. It's not Q4. Q4 maybe like the numbers would be inflated because it's like people are off, it's Christmas, etc. But January is usually when there's a dip. So to have that many players, I think is a lot.
Also though, you have to be careful how they report it because concurrent players, active players, unique login players, these are all things that companies kind of manipulate in their language to reveal certain stats, and doesn't you have to really kind of.
What is a
Fortnite. Baba G. You don't know that?
There's so many memes in your channel that I don't know.
That is a classic.
Someone link the fucking whatever this is.
He has it, Contra has it. Oh yeah.
Fortnite. Baba G. بابا جاي لإكس بوكس سيرس إكس. بابا جاي. بابا جاي لبلاس.
Oh my god, they're saying PUBG.
ستيشن 5. على ستيشن 5. بلا ستيشن 5 إلى لوجيتك. لوجيتك إلى هايبر إكس 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 إكس. هايبر إكس 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 إكس. هايبر إكس 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 إلى جراند ثيفت أوتو.
Grand Theft Ordini. Dude, that's actually my accent, no joke. Logiteki. The Grand Theft one was the best one. I don't even know how he said that.
The covers were good. Can I have another one?
181, yeah.
Did you read again for me or not?
I got them for a depth, that's why there's a heart on them.
Oh.
But you can have one or two. Do you have anything to say about the Johnny Depp Amber Heard?
I've been watching it, and I'll probably watch it even more on stream. I think it's good content.
It's such good content. It's fucking... I have no other...
Spicy.
We've talked about Fortnite so much that I want to say it's epic.
Right.
But it really is.
It's really huge. I think it's entertaining. It's real. It's like behind the scenes content at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like
so juicy, so interesting.
It's drama. It's all at the same time.
Everything.
So people say they don't like drama. That's a lie. You like drama. I like drama.
What kind of drama? I don't like being in drama, but I'm interested. I'm interested in covering it.
Being in drama depends how bad it is.
It depends if it's like joking drama or not.
If I'm in drama and I'm right though, I don't care that much.
I mean, of course that feels nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Amber testifying? Because that's gonna be.
It's gonna be in a while.
Juicy.
It's gonna be in a while, I think.
You think? I mean, I can't imagine this goes on for that much longer.
Yeah, months.
Months?
Yeah.
They're not gonna stream this for months.
Yeah, they will.
That's crazy.
I mean, just think of 6 weeks. So 6 more weeks, right?
6 weeks of content.
It depends. Like, it could be even more though. Correct? Could be. Oh my! I
don't know.
I did it again. I have this thing. When I think about the trial, all I say is correct because the guy he says, "You were this at the time, correct?" Correct. And
correct.
I'm like, dude, shut up, dude.
Correct.
Oh my god! Now it's all over me. Now I'm
correct, Andy.
Oh my god! It's so
correct.
bad.
That I mean, yeah, that's what they gotta say. Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been really good though. Have you been watching the whole thing or not? Only.
I've on my own time. I have. I watched it on stream once, and I'm hoping to keep watching. But like, it's actually we should sit in a Discord call and react at the same time.
Team React. Yeah.
Hell yeah, Team React.
Also, I had that with a I ended up having a lower round at the end.
I heard.
Yeah, and it was really good. It gave us some good opener.
Some good perspective.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that the guy I think genuinely thinks the guy I talked to that Johnny cut his own finger off. Yeah, I think he was trying to be neutral, but I think his own thoughts was that like that was his. Yeah, I think that was his thought, and I respect his opinion. But from his perspective, that's what happened.
That's a lot to fucking do. I mean, I guess it's possible, but that's a little bit insane.
Yeah. Well, sometimes.
Did you hear the Mega Pint?
Yeah, of course, Mega Pint. Any Mega Pint enjoyers?
Mega Pint was.
Mega Pint enjoyers.
Fucking good. Any Mega Pint enjoyers? It's just crazy though to think like this guy that is mega famous. We now get to see all these like inner workings of his life and BTS drama. It's unbelievable, and it's a little bit like a mystery game. Like, who did do it?
Yeah.
What happened?
Exactly.
You're uncovering all these clues. There's so many layers to it, and it's just being live streamed in front of hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah, and they say like, oh yeah, this many drugs, and then if I took these pills and this that.
And she dated Elon Musk, and he donated $500,000 on her behalf, and it's fucking insane.
Yeah, it is. I think it's absolutely crazy. I agree. What is this? Pokemon cards?
Yeah, you can open them if you want.
I'll do it later. Yeah, I think that was super interesting. Well, definitely keep watching that for sure because I think it's good content.
Agreed.
Imagine if your personal life.
I was gonna say that to you too. I think if what if you were in that position? I think you would meme the fuck out of it, like a little bit like Johnny Depp.
Yeah, they would definitely get a little bit of juice for sure. I mean, my life isn't too crazy, but I mean, it's decently crazy. They would have some content for good. They would meme on it for years for sure. But
I feel like mine wouldn't be entertaining enough. But the issue is that like when you're in a position like mine, like listen, you can get on stream and talk about futa and shitting multiple times in a clogged toilet and whatever, and it's whatever, right? If I kind of say or do anything, boom, 3 articles. You know, this one time I talked about how someday I want to live on a farm so my cats can run free.
Really?
Right? And there were articles that came out that were like, Pokimane breaks down about retirement or some shit like that. And I'm talking about buying a farm for my cats.
Oh,
and maybe I need to buy a farm for my cats because I feel bad. They're stuck inside all day.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah,
it's like anything just gets sensationalized so much. So even though like nothing dramatic happens really in my life, like you could make, like people would just make it more dramatic.
Yeah, it'd definitely be crazy though. Yeah, I don't know.
Pokimane breaks down talking about farm.
Yeah, tabloid and whatnot. They're bad everywhere. I mean, they're bad for streaming. They're bad for Hollywood. They're bad everywhere. I think tabloids they try because the drama is so tame in here compared to like a Hollywood or whatever. That's that they have to make it kind of crazier, and they juice it up so hard.
When you didn't show up for the podcast, I saw articles that were like, Pokimane and xQc's podcast is already in big trouble.
So dumb. You see, I don't get it. This is so dumb.
Big trouble. Him sleeping in. Huge trouble. Big trouble. Big news.
No,
it sounds kind of like your stream titles. Big
yeah.
drama, big news,
drama, big juice, big
juice.
warlord, Golan POV.
Big trouble. Oh no.
Yeah, that's what they do. They do it all the time too.
Yeah.
They try so hard.
They really do.
So this I like games in chat is a known troll.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's kind of annoying.
What does he say? What does he do?
He's annoying. Just negative Andy.
Have you ever had any weird fan interactions?
Nah, not really. They're not too crazy.
Like any like fangirls? Do you have any fangirls?
Yeah.
Like girls that are obsessed with you? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Also,
I got a couple stories, I guess, because I used to compete. I used to go in real life.
Nice. More in frame. Nice. Okay, go on.
Now there's a traffic jam of chairs. Look at that.
No, it's okay. You're good there.
No, I used to compete, and we have people would come in at the arena, right? So they would like they'd go there physically and I'd like sign their shirts or whatever. And there's some guy who would like wait for me at like the player exit, right? So you would exit to the back door and you go back on the street.
Oh.
And like I went for like lunch and he stopped me, and I went for lunch again and he stopped me again, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. But then he would wait for me at the player exit, and I was like, let's just go out the front door and fuck it. And it's just kind of weird, like. You know, so people like I try not to be rude to them, and maybe somehow watching, right? But it's like sometimes like it's just kind of like if it's like a bunch of people doing it, right? It's not like crazy. It's not like it doesn't feel targeted, but it's like just one guy and like just following you around. It feels odd.
Yeah.
It feels really off, and that was pretty off-putting.
I find it interesting that in this industry, like, guys will have issues with obsessive guys, not obsessive girls.
Yeah. Definitely guys, yeah.
Crazy. I know some people have had to get like restraining orders and shit like that.
Yeah, no, there wasn't too many girls. The girls are no. I mean, there was a lot of girl fans. I mean, I signed a bunch of shirts and backs and fucking cell phone cases or whatever. Yeah, I used to go there all the time.
People that are really extra or something.
Yeah, so back in days we'd go and you could go anywhere you want. You could go to the front as a competitor. Mm-hmm. So not a lot of people did it, but I hung out front. So I ended up taking like crazy amount of pictures and signing all the time. Because I enjoyed it. I might as well do that instead of eating ramen in the fucking player lounge. So I kept doing that, and I did that. And me and Sigel will take a lot of pictures and whatnot. And also, there's also another guy that sometimes would do the same. At one point, he ended up being hanging out, and it came out later on that guy was like a predator. Yeah. So now I was like, damn, that's that's kind of crazy. Because I remember him going out front and like meeting people, whatever. But I guess with I don't know, made like different intentions or whatever. Mm-hmm. So that kind of made me feel kind of fucking weird. At that point, I was already gone from the league. Though I wasn't playing anymore.
Oh my god, I recognize his name or that guy's name. Anyways, I don't know if this is a weird question to ask. I can't tell whether there are more people like that, predatory people in this industry because it's male dominated and a little bit antisocial, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Or if there's just a lot of them in all industries.
Yeah, there like seems to be a pretty decent concentration per capita for sure. I'm trying to put it tamely so it doesn't look too crazy.
Yeah.
Make us all look bad.
Because, like, we've heard quite a bit of stories, but that's also probably not even half the stories that actually happen.
Yeah, especially with all the Smash stuff that came out. All the Smash Bros or Smash Bros.
The no pun intended Smash stuff.
Yeah, that was aware.
Do you mean that house?
No.
Or what Smash stuff?
A lot of people from Smash Bros got outed, right? Then they get a bunch of them there's like a wave of them that got like outed for being weird in whatever capacity. Mm-hmm. And yeah, man, like it's just weird.
In general? Yeah.
Yeah, there was a bunch of them. Yeah, I don't want like.
And some girls, which was extra fucking weird.
Really? Was there?
There was one girl who was outed for not only kind of being a predator, but also to someone who was underage.
I think it's kind of hard as a bystander to wait till all info come out, or at least a certain amount before making like decisions and ideas or whatever, because sometimes people control the narrative because they know they're doing it
like
ahead of time.
Amber Heard?
Yeah, if you control the narrative and you go ahead of time and you're first to do it, it's like it can look almost incredibly damning. But then it's like, well, wait a minute, right? So it's kind of hard to like remain calm and just chill until all the info comes out.
Oh, I know what that's like. Amber Turd. I'm not gonna lie, that like I still laugh at that every time I see it. Amber Turd will never not be funny.
That is kind of absolutely cooked up though.
Fucking insane.
Yeah, I could think if I'm angry, I could do a bunch of things, but that to me
that's
is like,
next level.
Yeah, that's like a little like very dark illness shit. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Like, it's the kind of fucked up that you're willing to almost do something to yourself. Like, I would never even want to poop on a bed. Like, you have to pass a certain mental barrier to do that, and you're doing it to spite someone? Bitch, you crazy. Like, crazy.
But you live there too, though, so it's like...
It's like, fuck you and fuck me. Fuck me, because fuck
it's so
you.
out there. It's I can't even fathom the idea of it. Yeah. It's way too out there. I don't know how to even get to that point. Like nothing even builds there. Like you can't how do you progressively build towards that? Like I'm angry all of a sudden. I have to go to the bathroom. I'll just do it. I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
That's a good question too, because it's like, if you're gonna do that, why not pee? Like, why poo?
Yeah, a bunch of people talking about a bunch of dramas in the chat, but it's kind of weird, like talking about drama without being like having especially when it gets serious stuff. Like you have to have all the facts and all. You have to do like research. Like we didn't do like pre-stream research. I wouldn't feel comfortable talking about some of this shit that chat's talking about, or chat has topics about. Because like, if I don't know everything or I don't know most of it, I don't want to have an opinion on it.
That's a very smart way to go about things. But do you feel that? Are you talking about the Johnny
No, they're talking about a bunch of dramas. I saw a bunch of names and a bunch of whatever's in chat.
Yeah. I can't talk about something I don't know enough about.
You know, definitely.
Yeah.
Then you had a bunch of stuff in there.
Yeah. There was the Twitch article about like lower cuts and stuff.
Yeah.
There was one thing I wanted to say about that, which, and listen, this is a biased take for fucking sure, but I'm curious to hear what you would have to say about this. I feel like whenever people hear about Twitch changes, they're like, oh my god, it's so fucked up that Twitch takes 50% of subs or 30% or whatever. And then they try to make YouTube sound like this like golden poster
yeah,
boy.
they're not Prime and whatever.
When in reality, like, YouTube takes 50% of all AdSense as well. Like,
which is more for their end, because that
and they don't even show you that they're taking 50%. So just because it's less transparent, people think that it's like better in some regards. I mean, at the end of the day, I would always like for more money to be in the creators' pockets. I just think some of the comparisons I see are a little copium, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, people are being weird. I think.
No. Oh, okay, wait, sorry. I just want to correct. Because a lot of people say YouTube takes 30%. YouTube might take 30%. Yeah, I'm talking about ad revenue on channels. Maybe they take 30% of memberships. But the thing is, they're already a mega profitable platform because they take 50% of people's ad revenue, which is where most of their money comes from. Like, live streaming is such a small part of YouTube. So, yeah, just to clarify.
I mean, you're not wrong. No. You're right 100%. But I think overall, people always super hardcore shit on Twitch, like out of the blue, like when a lot of stuff is like understandable. Like I don't know. When Twitch fails, I don't mind shitting on them because it's like, you know, they fail, I'll call it out, right? Mm-hmm. Especially as like a creator. But I think in a lot of ways, in a lot of times, people criticize from a point of like either ignorance or being not understanding almost on purpose agree. Sometimes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird.
I think it's like popular to shit on Twitch.
Yeah, of course it's popular. And people always act like, oh, everybody's the victim or whatever. Twitch is like the bad wolf. Everybody's the victim.
But it's like, I think you have to understand, like, one, they're a company, and I don't think they behave as a company super terribly. Like, they're trying to make a profitable platform. They obviously don't want to F everyone over and piss off all the viewers, but, like, I think sometimes just people villainize it a little bit too much.
Especially with the bans rolling through. I'm sure a lot of people in chat have creators that they watch that have been banned recently. Other people are getting banned left and right. I'm like, all of them should have been banned. So I know what the problem is. What is the problem?
Do you feel that way about the Aiden Ross ban?
Perma is really harsh, but little PR class.
I'm ready.
Well, the first step, and when you do a mistake, there's actually a mistake. It's trying to come out as like you understand it, mm-hmm. and then you apologize, type of thing. Mm-hmm. You then if you understand it, so it's one step, and then you can say whether you still agree with yourself or not, mm-hmm. and then you can apologize, right? Mm-hmm. But I think, Andy coming out and saying that it wasn't him was like, dude, come on, brother, right? So.
The dude's talking about a steak sponsorship.
Yeah, it was really odd. So it's like, and also I still feel though that perma is pretty harsh.
I spoke to him about it briefly, not to divulge the whole conversation, but to me he said the same thing. And then I was like, you should like make a statement with as much proof as you can if that's really the truth.
Oh, okay.
And then he did.
Well, I mean,
but that was my
I don't want to out him,
him,
but there isn't a lot of people with steak sponsorships out there. Okay.
He was saying that the guy was, you know, just really good impersonation.
and the ones that do are on Twitch, and we kind of know who they are by top of my head, you know. So it's like, and that's not even snitching though. That's just kind of how it is, you know. Everybody knows this.
Yeah.
So that's kind of hard. It's kind of harsh, but it's perma. But I wish people understand this. They don't always tell you. Twitch doesn't. But when you get banned, because I got banned a bunch of times, a lot of times you don't get banned for some stuff and they hold on to it, right?
Oh.
And then whenever you do get banned, it'll be like, yeah,
it's because this
you're being
is
banned
your
because of
first
this,
time.
but you remember this, that, this, and I think Aiden was like hard stacking.
True.
The last weeks before his ban, he was like stacking like crazy.
That needs to start being a thing that people say, like hard stacking potential infractions, because it's true. Like someone will do one thing and they'll get banned and people will be like, over this one little thing, but it's like, bro, look at the rap sheet. Look at the fucking rap sheets.
Yeah.
Which like Twitch for sure keeps track of. So just because like it's the fourth fuck up you make and they decide to ban you now, doesn't mean that that's the only reason they're banning you. It's kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, just his twerk. He never got banned, I think, even one for like his twerk stuff, right?
Twerk?
Yeah, he would have like. I mean, I want to out him,
His what?
okay? But guys, in this world, okay, chat, there's no thing as a L-fed, okay, or a snitch, okay. Trust me, okay. Twitch knows, okay. They know.
Twerk?
Yeah, he'd have twerk competitions with girls in it. Okay, so I'm not being a rat. Okay, they already know this. But twerking is literally in a terms of service.
Is it?
You literally cannot twerk. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure this was done like I think 4.5 years ago in the terms of service. You can't twerk. Okay.
I feel like they might have removed that, but I could be wrong. Does anyone in chat know for sure?
I'm pretty almost 100% sure that I'm correct. Chat is there is it's a thing.
What if it's
banned.
like a part of a dance?
It depends, but you know how it is. How you draw the line, whether it's revealing on purpose or whatever.
Yeah.
And like he held like twerking competitions almost.
I didn't know that. That's kind
a couple
of insane.
times, and there was a girl like she had her booty out like dead ass. Okay. Well, well, it's really out there, and they were like jiggling it and whatever, right? So then, you know, I think that was part of the ban because it was like, yo,
that's probably the kind of thing that they send you a warning about, and then if you do other shit, they're like, well, you didn't really give a fuck about our warnings in the past, so
it depends who your partner manager is. But sometimes they tell you that you're doing something wrong, sometimes they don't.
True.
Usually you kind of get a warning. Maybe he didn't, right?
Maybe he didn't check his email.
No, trust me. It was definitely, if they would have asked the manager why he got banned, it's in there, 100%. Because you would get banned for doing it on your own, and then you would get banned for holding a competition for it. It's not like it's unintentional, and it's really out there. But at the end of the day, if the one thing that the strike that broke the camel's back or whatever. The straw. How is that a straw? How does that make sense? A straw.
Let me show you a visual. Straw. It's like this.
I don't get that. I still don't understand it.
Hold on. Oh, like it's, you know, it's like a bunch of straws on a camel, and then it's the one that broke its back.
Because of a hay bale.
Because of a
So they have a hay bale full of stuff, and it's heavy, and they put one more straw, and then it breaks. It's too weak to hold it.
Well, maybe. I don't know. But either way, that's the same. Straw.
Okay, then definitely it's definitely in there 100%. So I'm curious to see if it's going to get unbanned or not. Because Soda did.
Me too. Wait, was Soda's indefinite?
No, he got unbanned.
Was Soda's indefinite?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, Aiden's is.
Yeah, because Soda doesn't do a lot of mistakes, though. He doesn't do like crazy amount.
I feel like maybe he'll get unbanned in a year or two. That is my take.
Usually promos are pretty hard to overturn.
True.
They're pretty hard.
But still.
Are you fasting?
Not today.
Oh, okay. Somebody asked in chat.
Yeah, they do be asking sometimes. Are you fasting?
No. I mean, technically I am every day, but because I don't eat much food, but no, I don't actually fast.
You know, people don't fast for certain reasons.
Yeah. I think it's because of it's part of the Ramadan.
Yeah.
Right.
But also, like, did you know girls don't fast when they're on their period?
Oh, I didn't know that.
And if you're sick, you don't fast. And if you're pregnant, you don't fast. And yeah, a lot of reasons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So sometimes when people are like, "Are you fasting?" It's like, that's a personal question to ask people.
Oh.
Oh my God, I'm not saying I'm pregnant.
Interesting. Alright, well, I will not take questions from chat anymore. I'll make my own conversations, boys. I'm not gonna steal jokes or topics in the chat anymore. Congrats, boys. You did it. You've done it. You're ruining it. You're ruining it.
That was not what I was trying to say. I was just trying to edumacate a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was a question I really wanted to ask you. So, is there any past drama stuff that you feel like misrepresented you, or you weren't happy with how it ended?
Oh, yeah, almost all of them.
Really? Okay, give us one example.
Well...
Oh, also, Eid Mubarak to people. Can you say that?
What?
Eid
Mubarak.
Eid
Mubarak. Habibi. I know.
Good job.
Bismillah or like mashallah, bismillah, and
yeah.
mashallah.
Mashallah, yeah.
I also know
when you see a pretty girl,
astaghfirullah or something like that.
Astaghfirullah, that one too, yeah. Do you know what that means? Do you know when to use whichever one?
No, I don't know.
Astaghfirullah is like God forbid.
Yeah, makes sense, yeah.
Also, if you like see something haram, like you know, Aiden
Haram,
Ross is like doing this twerk competition and it's Ramadan. You're like, Astaghfirullah. You can't look, bro. Oh
no. Definitely haram. That's definitely haram.
I think a good one for you to know is just wallahi. People use that one a lot.
Wallahi? What does that mean?
Wallahi means like I swear to God, but also like on God. It's like it's the most extreme version of I swear. And the reason it's extreme is because if you say wallahi and you're lying, you have to fast for like I don't know how many days.
Yeah, but yeah. I try not to. You just know what they say. They say that don't use the things in vain or don't do it like poorly or whatever.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
as somebody who is in I'm not in that religion or in that scope or whatever. I try not to say things like a wallahi or whatever, right? Because I think some of these think it's like a haram or whatever to use the words
I get what you're
and
saying.
not be in it.
Personally speaking, I don't think that's really weird, especially if you use things like Bismillah or Astaghfirullah or whatever. Like I think it's funny and kind of appreciative of those terms. However, it's kind of different if like you're in PUBG and you throw out a grenade and you say an Arabic term, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's more of like a negative connotation.
Yeah, see?
But if you're using it in the right context, I think it's great. It's kind of like you say amen, like if you're agreeing with someone or whatever.
Oh yeah, makes
we
sense.
say
Yeah.
bless you, amen. Like you know, those things are normalized. So I think regardless of like the religion or culture.
Yeah, when it comes to culture, I feel like when it's more like foreign, just trying to be respectful here. When it's more like from another country or something else, right? Or people are more critical of how you are loose with doing these things. Like amen is more like like in America, like people are like Christian or whatever. Most people, a lot of it, I think is Christianity, right? So since so in the culture or whatever, people don't really mind you say if you're not practicing or whatever, just say amen. But I think it's different with like wallahi and whatever.
I think it's more normalized, but I think it's good to normalize those things. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah. I mean, I come from Quebec, so I mean, it's
you probably have a lot
diverse over there.
There's so many Moroccans. It's like the only place where there's a lot of Moroccans.
Yeah, I had a bunch of Moroccan friends when I was a kid, and basically it's very ingrained in our culture. Yeah. So like they would say "Walla, walla."
Yeah. Wallah. Same as like
say
wallahi.
They would say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like super ingrained in the culture. They would say that all the time. I don't know what else they said. There's a bunch.
Yeah. Yeah, honey. Have you heard that one?
No.
That one is a popular term because it's kind of a yalla.
Yalla, yeah.
Yalla, let's go.
Yeah, yalla.
The way you say it is so funny.
Yalla.
Yalla. Yalla, habibi. Did you know that habibi is a male term?
I did not know that.
And for women, it's habibti. At least in like
habibti?
Moroccan. Yeah. Habibti. So all of you guys saying habibi, you're all talking about dudes. You realize that, right?
Yeah. I played GTA. There was this guy.
When you played GTA?
Yeah. And he was saying, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Said it to me.
Yeah, habibi. Yeah, habibi. Who is it?
About me being misrepresented.
Oh, yeah.
There was
Let's talk about the dramas.
Well,
juicy.
I'm not going to give context, okay? But
okay. Isn't it good to give context? Okay.
I'll give context, but I'm not going to give the whole scope of it because it's too long. Basically, I said, somebody, I didn't say to him, but on stream, I got mad, and I said, go suck a dick, okay? And then I regret these actions. This is in the past, okay? I'm gonna brush over it. I said, oh yeah, he'd probably like it.
I remember this.
Okay?
Yeah.
And, you know, that's somebody who was homosexual.
Did you know that when you said it?
Yeah, I did. Obviously, I did because of the second thing I said. So the first thing was out of random. I said that to everybody. The second was kind of like, that was why it's kind of weird. But then I didn't really understand it that much. But I got a grasp of it. So it was really bad.
What do you mean you didn't really understand?
Well, I didn't get a grasp of like how bad and how that could come across to somebody, right? I didn't get the scope of it. I didn't even understand what it means, but I understand the hurt it could amount to somebody.
Like and you were a little bit.
I was very like
ignorant.
Yeah, just very just. And then it's why when I was explained whatever, then I understood it and I was like, okay, yeah, my bad. So then I made my apologies or whatever. Yeah. But then the articles came out and they all said, I think it's because of wildfire. Like one said something, so all the articles said something. Said xQc uses homophobic slur. So then everybody thinks that I said the F word, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't say and didn't say, and it was everywhere to the point where it was in my local journal that said that I said the thing.
Your local journal, like paper journal?
Yeah, and they say that.
Yeah, I'm popular.
Look at that.
Oh my God! Wait, my.
Do you not have F5?
Oh. Can you guys please stop spamming so much? My laptop is overheating and I cannot see anything.
Also, we have a print over here, so I can read the chat properly. It's printing all the messages and we're running out of ink. There's literally nothing left, so if you guys could stop something, we could probably be able to read the chat right now.
And there's only so many trees in the world. I think we're using up all the trees because we're using so much paper. Yeah. Thank you. Go on.
Okay. And so I don't think what I said is a slur. I don't think it's a slur. It's just not. Right?
Let's look up.
Is it a slur?
The definition. Speak words or... Oh, no, not that word. An insinuation or allegation about someone that is likely to insult them or damage their reputation. An act of speaking in I
think everybody knows though that a slur is the word. If you say a racist slur, you know what word we're talking about or which ones. If you say a homophobic slur, you know exactly what it is.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's an unfair and manipulative way to say what I said. That is a slur. It's just not.
Okay, wait. To be fair, so the let me finish off. Okay, technically, a slur is an insult or slight, particularly one used to denigrate a specific group.
Yeah, if you click on it, those are examples,
right?
and it's only the words.
But let me finish.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So that is the technical definition, but I agree with you that nowadays when people hear the term slur, they think a specific word. So racial slur is like a specific racial term, and homophobic slur, at least for me, maybe not everybody, like if you know the actual definition, then you know that it can be like a certain speech or whatever else. But I get what you're saying. So, it made it sound like it was that when it was.
Yeah. So.
But ultimately.
Although it's bad, I get it.
Yeah.
But the thing is that slur is a whole different, I think, a whole level, and I think once you put out there and it becomes like a, oh yeah, this is what happened, even though they don't know what happened, right? It's a super uphill battle, right? So the way it works is that you know how it is. It's a very uphill battle. Like so, like out there, you're not gonna win a battle if that's what you're labeled as and what you did. Yeah. Which I think is kind of like much worse. Yeah. Because you definitely know. If you use certain words, you know. People either they don't know, they know, right? If you say certain things, yeah, it's gonna sometimes it can get kind of crazy, but with slurs, it's the whole different level. And them saying that was like, fuck, man, like. How do I get out of this? Mm-hmm. So for the longest time, I'd get DMs from people that don't know about the story or didn't watch any clips and they would say crazy shit to me, whatever. Because they think that I said certain words that offends them. Yeah. Specifically, that hurts them.
I relate.
So I felt bad that they felt targeted by something that I didn't say to them. Yeah. And it was just kind of weird. You know, getting out of that is like kind of hard. Mm-hmm. But it's like, you know what? Just fuck it. For the people that care will know. People that don't, well, they'll know because.
And people that want to view you in the worst light possible will, you know, so label you as that. You
don't care about these people anyway. The people that are like randoms that are who cares? You can't appeal to everybody, you know. So fuck it. Kind of moved on with my life.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
So I need to fix my hair. Yeah, my hair is. I need a haircut. I'm getting it one this week. Matt?
So, what do you feel? If you don't mind me asking.
I don't mind. There's no questions are bad.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, speaking of, is there anything that offends you? Like, I don't know if there's much that I can say or do that would be weird or offensive.
No, not really. I don't think so. Chat, what offends me? No, I don't think so.
What offends you?
People say nose or hairline, but that does not offend me at all.
Yeah.
This chat, look.
Hairline check. Wait, we have the same bald spot, like right here. I've had this since I was a kid. Like, why is my
triangle
face? No, it's like a square. Like, why does it go out like this?
Oh, you have a fade.
I have a fucking fade. Both receding. Okay, but that's the thing. I have baby pictures of me at like 5, and I look the same. Like, I've just never grown hair here. But I think it's because the hair here, like, covers it anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was going to say, so when you made those comments,
Okay. That doesn't have these are... Okay. Yeah, when you commonly say these things to...
Sorry, when you said that thing that one time.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, sorry. What? I mean, like, I don't want to say...
I'm just kidding, I don't care.
You said a slur, you know? Like, I don't want to make it sound like a bad thing. Retroactively, it is a bad thing, though.
It is a bad thing, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to sound like I'm trying to set you up or something. Anyways, my point is just, in that moment when you said that, what is different between the xQc then and the xQc that learned, like, oh, this is not a good thing to say or insult to make?
I think it's overall, I think it's just learning the basics, I think. Literally the basics of like just social dynamics or whatever, of understanding other people's perspectives. Mm-hmm. People being like minorities or in diverse groups or whatever, understanding their POV, that it's not that hard to be like not. You don't have to be nice to people, but you don't have to be an asshole either, right? So just understanding what makes me an asshole for no reason, right? And what can I do to treat everybody the same way in a way that doesn't offend anybody like specifically. And I think learning that is like it's not even that hard. So and I got to that point, but I think a lot of people sometimes they kind of like, you know, it's almost like they don't want to learn or they don't and they say that. Oh no, you can still do this or do that. I think that's just gonna.
Would you agree that that's kind of common in gaming in general? I think like I understand there's a bit of a culture of like being offensive, banter, blah blah blah. I just, but still, some people don't draw the line between like banter or saying these things and like being homophobic or racist or sexist.
So you can do great banter. Yeah. Without being offensive.
Exactly, but why do you think there are so many people who don't care to differentiate?
I think it's just lack of like being creative or coming up with like good insults or good banter.
So it's you just think they're dumb?
No, it's not about dumb. It's just being bad or not funny. It's like somebody makes like a very like dark joke, right? And it's just straight up just rude, and you're like, but it's a joke, dude. And like, yeah. Your joke is kind of terrible. You're just not funny.
We not laughing.
So I think that's like the problem, is like you don't get to say that it's a joke to back up your joke when it's just you're just trying to be offensive, Andy. It's just I think it's just kind of have a weird recourse.
I agree. Oh my god! Actually, just this morning I saw you know Nico.
Nico Lol.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about her?
So I've seen this thing pop up a couple times on my Twitter.
You saw her in real life?
I've seen her in real life, yeah.
But you saw today?
No. I saw this thing on Twitter about her.
I think she did something to somebody.
No. Oh my god. We can't talk about that because I don't know if you have enough information
I do, but
that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is I saw just a Twitter post where someone was comparing her like 2.5 years ago or something, and then to how she looks now. But they used a photo where like she looked a lot thinner, and then a photo where like her stomach is.
Oh, now she's saying she's fat now?
They were trying to. Okay, so let me explain. So they put those photos side by side, and then they were like, someone actually ate the rich, like trying to insinuate that, right? But like, can I just say she's hot as fuck now and then? It's really stupid. But the thing that pissed me off was that it was a girl that posted it, by the way. And then she kept saying, oh, shout out to the people who actually understood the joke and didn't make it seem like I was fat shaming. But it's like, you're trying to do both. Like, your joke revolves around, like, body weight.
Yeah, but also sometimes...
And then they're like, but it has nothing to do with that. It's like, just because you want to label it as a joke doesn't mean you're not still doing the thing.
Yeah, I mean, kind of being an asshole, right? Which... I think in the scope of things, I'm just gonna be honest, I think you're allowed to be an asshole if you want to. You don't have to be offensive. You can still be an asshole without being offensive. As long as you don't pierce the line. Because if you think about it, I don't want to normalize this too much, but just look at it, like all just Hollywood articles, most whatever is kind of offensive. This guy is fat. This guy gaining weight. This guy looks like a crackhead. Oh, look at the...
But why is that the moral standard that we want to set? Especially in a world where we have like a little bit more control.
Because it's hard to pick and choose. You can't... Okay, I'm not saying it's hard. You can't pick and choose because it makes you a hypocrite. So in my opinion, it makes everybody a hypocrite. Think about the articles of... You know the guy from Home Alone, right?
Yeah.
Look at this picture of this guy from Home Alone. Does he smoke crack with the pipe? Is he fucking addicted to methamphetamine? And it's like... How is that not as bad as fat shaming, if not worse? Like, dude just living his life, he's becoming a fucking crack pipe smoker. Like, that is, you're being an asshole.
I wouldn't say that's good either, though.
But who got mad about that? Nobody got mad about that. Not a single, all the news were all about it. Everybody's like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's a pipe smoker, dude. And then nobody was offended or got mad.
Sorry.
How is that not as bad, if not worse? That comes with, that could come with
as bad.
That could come with addiction problems. That could come with disorders, mental illness. Like, there's a lot of reasons why that could happen, but nobody gives a shit about that. Okay. But people care about someone who's fat and somebody says, "Oh, they're fat." I don't agree with that. You can't pick and choose. It makes you a hypocrite.
So, okay, maybe I'll say this: it's very hard to regulate these kind of things. You know?
Right.
As long as we can agree that they're kind of shitty things to do. And I think what's more important is that generally as audiences, we understand that tabloids and random tweets aren't things that we should fully trust. Mm-hmm. Because oftentimes people will see shit like that and they'll be like, oh my god, he does crack. Like, that's fucking dumb.
Yeah, but
like, that's the issue.
They black out. They don't say, oh, there's that. Like, they report on something that's like, this person gained weight. It's like, who cares, right? But then it's a very normalized thing. But in some of our circles, though, like, people are public figures. People will be judgmental. As long as they're not an asshole about it, people, I think, kind of can be.
But then in either of those situations, how are they not being an asshole about it?
They are being assholes.
They are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were an asshole, but they weren't like, I don't think they were like cancelable or whatever.
Oh no, I mean, I think they're a fucking random anyways. I'm just talking, like, my point initially.
Yeah, go ahead.
Was that I thought it was stupid to try to say that it was a joke and it was not fat shaming. It's a joke that involves fat shaming.
Yeah, no.
You get what I mean?
Yeah. So
and then we can talk about like general article like etiquette.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, you're 100%. And in that respect, then, as an asshole, I can tell you, if you're an asshole, you have to be both feet in.
Yeah.
You can't be one.
Yeah, don't say I was just joking about it.
If I say,
and it has nothing to do with weight, like. If
I say you're a fat chunker, I'm not gonna say, oh, it's a joke. I'm gonna say, yeah, I thought about Snorlax. Like, you double down. Okay, it's how it is. I'm not getting it. It's how it is. If I know I'm not being like cancelable or too far out there, I'm just being an asshole. Okay, you can be an asshole, villain, whatever, without like being completely out there. You still, I think, shouldn't do it. Just try to be a good person and not throw insults. Obviously, you shouldn't do that, right? But I think backing out makes you kind of an idiot. I think you look weak and you look weird.
I agree. Like, you were an asshole. Just say you were an asshole.
Yeah, because then.
Oh no, I wasn't fat shaming. Though you literally made like a fat joke.
Yeah, because then people aren't like picking sides or whatever. Then they know either you're an asshole, they don't like you, boom, done it. Otherwise, you're just being dishonest.
Yeah.
You can be weird without being dishonest. I think being dishonest is like one of the worst things.
I agree.
When you see somebody being dishonest, it's like, I will hate that more than whatever the fuck they did before that. Mm-hmm. Right?
Big agree. Was there a Snorlax incident?
Yeah, I almost got banned for that. I was playing VR and somebody had the avatar of like a big fat chonker, like a girl.
And wait, what like is a big fat chonker?
It's like
a girl that was overweight?
Yeah, it's an avatar. You know avatars?
Yeah,
you can click them and you change avatar.
Yeah.
And there's like hot girls and
Sorry, it's just when you said chonker, I'm going to be honest, I thought of a cat. Or a bunny.
No, not a chomper, a chunky.
I call my cat Chungus.
Yeah, chunk. So like,
okay, but it was a human being.
Yeah, so you know when you play Elden Ring, whatever, you get a shard. It's a shard, and you get a chunk. That's a chunk. Mm-hmm. If you're a chunker, you're a chonky. Okay, so she was a chonker, and so there was a hot girls, whatever. And it's like a dating show thing, and it's for fun, right? And then
oh my god, you said not Snorlax when talking.
Yeah, about it. So I said, oh, it's now time to choose who goes next, right? And I said like, that one, Snorlax, I do not choose you. Get the fuck off the stage. And then you were like, oh, hey, you're being weird, man. You're being weird. And I'm like, get the fuck off the stage before it breaks, right? And then obviously it's just like, it's funny because, you know, the person isn't a person, it's an avatar, right? We're all like role playing in some capacity. The stage isn't gonna break. It's not even a real stage. It's in the game, you know. Like it's all just made up things. And then I got a meeting with Twitch. They asked me to talk to them, and they were like, yeah, they're thinking about banning you or whatever, right? Because
you in trouble?
So first I got an actual email out of it, and then they said I was gonna get banned for it. Mm-hmm. Because like not only did you say something bad about somebody being fat, whatever, so that people agree with you in the game, in the audience, all the other avatars, like, oh, you chill out. But like everybody was just playing along. It was like a joke. Mm-hmm. Like everybody knows this. Mm-hmm. Like if this is something offensive, like no gasp. Like you're just playing along, dude. Nobody gives a shit.
Okay. So
them acting like the avatars were offended for another avatar, and that being related to real life, and I mean somebody's real image.
To be fair, if it's simulating real life, like I understand. It's like saying, I can play with these titties in VR, but they're VR titties. They're not real titties, so it's not TOS. Like, it's TOS either way.
Okay, now you're being ambiguous. Or listen. Okay, think about. I'm telling you more about.
I understand that you were saying that there was a context in which, like, it made it more understandable to joke about that.
Even with a looser context, right? Even think about more the human. You're going from VR to human. Okay, don't even talk about titties because titties are overall TOS, right? This is overall TOS. But overall, so if you're a lizard in the game, you choose a lizard avatar. And say, hey, you're a fucking lizard, right?
But it was a human avatar, is my point.
Yeah, but then it's like, it looked like a golem.
Did it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, I think it doesn't matter.
I guess the reason I say this is because, like, does it look like, what if she made the avatar based off of her?
It was a fucking whale. I can go look at it. Yeah, go look at it. Somebody link it. Click it.
Pick Kiana, dude.
Okay, wait, I have to choose. The big whale at the back. Big whale.
No.
That's some gas.
Get the whale out.
I'm so sorry.
Snorlax, I do not choose you. Get the fuck off the stage. Get that bitch off the stage for fucking breaks.
That looks like a creature of some sort.
Jesus.
Fucking chat.
But you see her hips, like, dude, this is not human.
Yeah, they are.
Oh my, I see it. Look at those. Oh my god.
I mean, some people are into that, to be fair.
Yeah,
I don't
but
think it's that crazy.
so in my opinion, in a case like this, I thought of it for like days, years now. Okay.
Years, bro.
Okay, I thought about it, and I think the best the platform could do, the best they could do, is try to inquire to see if that person is offended by that, because that's how they represent themselves as a version of themselves. The person says, bro, it's an avatar, and then they can move on. I think making conclusions and working backwards is bad and only gives the outrage what they want, and overall causes more damage that can be just avoided. Not about damage and healing, just avoiding damage. And it's not, I think, every company should conduct themselves, and I think that's where a lot of companies fail these days.
I think that's pretty fair. Like, if you were talking specifically about someone, and it can be very hard to know context perfectly just by watching. Like, was this acceptable? Was it offensive? Sometimes just ask the party that could potentially be offended. And if they say, oh no, like, I wasn't on a joke, it was kind of part of the whole thing. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I didn't agree with that much.
But if they were hurt and they were like, no, I based this off of myself and it felt bad to have
obviously,
all these people laughing.
If I went VR every day and I know that person and I know that that's how they are, whatever. If I know for a fact what I'm doing and I do it, yeah, then you're just a cucklord. Like,
true.
If I know for a fact that's what they're doing, then
you're just a cuckold.
I have no argument here, right? But even the place of not knowing is still fine.
I'm curious how you kind of decide what is acceptable to joke about or not. Because I will also say, oftentimes, I see clips of yours where you insinuate certain jokes or do whatever, and low-key, his face, low-key, I'm jealous as fuck. Because I'm like, because I feel like you can joke about so many things and get away with so many things kind of because of, like, who you are or, like, this brand that you've built. Whereas anytime I make a joke, I have to be like, guys, this was a joke.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you get less leeway because you're a female. I think on the platform overall, people wanted to attack you a lot.
You know, sometimes I feel so... Do you not feel weird, like, saying stuff like that? Because sometimes I feel weird hearing stuff like that. And I've been hearing it for, like, 3 years. Oh, yeah, you different because vagina. Whereas, like, growing up in high school and whatever, like, you don't think about sexism day to day. Like, you're just fucking living life with people.
Well, it's not I don't mind saying.
What is this, the 1920s? I'm just hoping to get voting rights and open up a bank account for.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm not trying to be like too like raw about it, but.
Oh no! I don't mind at all, and I appreciate you saying that. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, do you ever think that's weird?
It is weird. It is weird. I mean, depends on what the things I say. I think I built like a looser thing with like my community and people that watch me or whatever. Yeah. So it's a bit more loose. Mm-hmm. I try to moderate when it gets out of hand. Mm-hmm. Okay, my mods are pretty good with band phrases and whatnot. We have a bunch of stuff. When it gets out of hand, we course correct. So we're not too out there, right? Just because I know they're not going to assume the worst, and they still like some playing field here, right?
Yep.
The day I watched a video and it was guess who's the gamer? It's like a bunch of girls, right? Mm-hmm. And there's the one that's bigger. And then
oh my god, I think I saw this clip. Was it the pot?
And it was
Stop laughing, because then I'm gonna laugh at it.
So there's an 8 elixir Inferno Tower. And it's just
Wait, what?
It's a reference to a game. I'm not innocent.
Wait, can someone link? Because I don't get it at all, actually. I'm thinking about the wrong thing. You're laughing so much. Clash of Clans? Okay.
An Inferno Tower where it defends your base, right? There's just a big monster. It kills it.
X has the giggles and I genuinely don't know what he's talking about. Okay, maybe it's this.
Guess the gamer.
Yeah, but then look at the comments.
Stop laughing. Oh my god.
Netflix and chips.
I'm confused. Okay, what does elixir?
Guess.
Like, is it a buff? Stop. Okay, because I feel bad.
It's the cost. It's the cost of it. It's like a bigger unit, so it costs more.
Oh, like a 3-star unit or a 4-cost unit in TFT? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Can I be that person that's like, I still feel bad even making jokes like that, unless the person themselves is okay with it? Because I don't know.
See, no, you're right though.
If they're okay with it.
These are comments though, so it's kind of hard to hold them accountable, whatever.
Yeah, that's TikTok comments are fucking savage.
I was a bystander.
Ruthless. Often very funny, but also ruthless.
Yeah, so I'll laugh because of how fucked up it is. Right? Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean that I endorse it or I think, oh, this is good. Okay.
You're definitely not doing the opposite of endorsing it.
Okay. Then we should cancel human emotions then. We should just go back to the drawing board, go into DNA, and just go ahead and cancel it. Cancel that. You can't laugh. If you laugh, you're wrong. I don't think that works like that.
Okay, you're being a little extreme here.
Okay.
I think it's fine to say, if you are reacting to something positively, you're not fully endorsing it, but a little bit. And if you react negatively, you're signaling to your audience, not good. You have to keep in mind, like, this is within the context of, like, you are a streamer in front of an audience.
Yeah, so I try not to go too crazy.
Like, obviously, it's very hard to control emotions, and especially, I would say, laughing. Like, people laugh out of nervousness and for a lot of reasons, and, like, if they don't know what to do.
Yeah, sometimes they cope laugh. Yeah, there's a
bunch.
Yeah. So there's a... Yeah,
so it's not like a 1-for-1, but...
As long as you don't intentionally go look for these things all the time to laugh at it and almost, like, prepare for it, yeah, it's not bad. I think if you make it a habit of only going for that content or that whatever, and then always, yeah, it can be bad. Yeah, I think if you moderate it and you just come across it, like when I come across that, yeah, it's funny. I'll laugh, but like, I'm not gonna go look for more or whatever.
Yeah.
Like intentionally, but like.
At least I think we can both agree if someone is not okay with this kind of shit, then probably not ideal to do.
Yeah, And the people should be held accountable if they do that on the internet, whatever, right? That's why one thing with like the the ban of the other guy, right?
Who?
Who? Speedy.
Who?
Chat, can you guys help me out?
Oh, Speed on YouTube. I show Speed.
Oh, that one.
I think. Speedy. Zoom, zoom, Sonic.
Okay, well, this is that. That's why I said something that I said about it, because people.
What did you say?
I was like, yeah, like people were like justifying it, or whatever, right?
Yeah, that was weird.
Because because in the other game people did that, right?
Huh?
Because in the other game somebody said that and people
said something bad to him.
and basically
I think that's irrelevant, but
yeah, because it's a fallacy, right?
it's a fallacy.
Yeah, it's called double false.
It's elementary.
In French we call it double false fallacy. It's like
Double
I
faux
burn-
fallacy.
Yeah. Somebody burns red light, I'll do it too.
Yeah.
So I think
Two wrongs don't make a right.
if you want to make an example out of individuals being held accountable, well, hold the big ones accountable too. Or the opposite. Just hold people accountable. Ooh. Reverse foily cliffable theory? That's okay.
That's okay.
Why, you know about Pokemon cards or not?
Not much. Not much at all.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, you were saying?
No, it's just how it is. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, it's just the recourse of people you're using to like defend other people. I think they're kind of pathetic and lame and predictable, and I think that's like a big problem because. Sorry, I mini burped.
It's okay. You're human.
On Twitter, the comments were like atrocious.
Yeah.
They were like, I didn't even agree with one top comment, and I scrolled down for like a minute.
It's because it was like brigaded by all his community, essentially.
Yeah, and then I went live and I looked at my chat and someone agreed with that, and I was like, dude, that is not banter. Like you're not bantering, like, and then the gnome on Twitter was talking about it. Gnome was talking about it.
Gnome needs to stop talking in general.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, like, oh, it's like when people say it's a joke. A joke is bad. Oh, I'm trying to be funny. You're not funny. Like I don't tell you. You're just using bad recourses for just being a cucklord. I think that's just really bad. Okay, this chat, it just keeps linking all the clips that made me laugh I shouldn't laugh at. Look, they just keep saying it.
So you're saying you shouldn't laugh at them?
Yeah, but it's in chain. This is intentional though.
You're doing this to him, chat? Okay.
Yo, where's Contra at? Contra, where you at?
Contra?
Link it. I just saw him.
Inferno Tower versus...
Contra, look at it again. I didn't see it. Yeah, Contra's my meme guy.
Aw. Oh my god, I want a meme guy.
So he always does links to me. I always click him too. So he does it more often. Is this the one? Yeah. Alright. Oh.
Hold on, I got it.
I don't know how to do it. You do it.
It's okay, I got it.
Oh no, do TikTok.
This?
Alright, you go. That's fine.
What would you do?
Dad, I got this. If we broke in your house.
You guys say, fuck. Okay, do it again.
Okay.
What would you do?
Dad, I got this. If we broke in your house.
What would you do?
Dad, I got this. If we broke in your house.
Okay, I have a problem because I don't really laugh at the idea of people getting hurt. Often, maybe sometimes, but honestly, when I watch this, I'm just like, why did they film this? I guess that's what I'm curious about.
Okay, so that's another good topic then. This
Because
is
I've
like,
seen a few of these. I saw a guy do the same thing, but like in his
Yeah.
car, and then someone was like, boop, or like
or
windshield
like
or something.
what would you do for breaking into your house? And it's the guy that's disabled in a chair, in a wheelchair, and it's the clip of a Formula One, and they're just debolting the wheels, right? Yes, it's a classic. Or does though.
The wheelchair. think it's funny.
It's so dumb. Okay, I'll do something else. Yeah, I call this the I don't really call it. I'll call it venado. It's the TLC method. It's. Oh no, not this one.
No, this one's bad.
No, do try it.
What are you doing if I break it?
It's so like. Look at how red he is! Holy shit!
Oh, it isn't
God forgive. I'd like to think that if someone is filming that themselves, that like they know the kind of responses that they're gonna receive.
Yeah, of course.
And they think that it's funny, which at least I like that.
Okay.
Now, xQc and Pokimane's podcast is gonna be in big trouble, guys.
Big waters.
Big trouble.
Wait, it's a marketing scheme. I'm trying to know how to breathe in some cupcake pieces. Holy.
I'll play Clash of Clans.
Inferno Tower is like a tank killer.
Okay, stop. I'm only okay with these kind of jokes if the person is okay with them, and I can't tell. Also, I want to make it very clear, I'm laughing at him.
Somebody said...
He's laughing at I'm laughing at him.
You said positive elixir trade.
Shut the fuck up. For starters, I can't believe that you guys are doing Clash of Clans memes. Like, you guys play Clash of Clans? Click Poke's link.
Oh. Holy.
Hello. Look at his banner. Oh, he was timed out. Stop saying What is the Peary? The perk! The music Loki makes it. Is this Ninjoy? Ninjoy? The Peary. I thought it was an E, not a C. Off the perk. xQc's corrupting Poki. xQc cheers.
Oh, it is actually a classic.
It really is. Not the Inferno Tower. That one was too far.
That is
too
definitely far out.
Yeah.
So, not to make it more tame, but listen, it's the TLC method where they take something or somebody, and why do you film and document somebody who's 1,000 pounds or like 800 pounds, right? In the way, not overall, in the way that they do it. They do it that opens the interpretation for it being funny,
or sad,
for it being judgmental, for people to judge, for people to make fun of them, mock them. The editing, I'm not kidding, okay? The other day I was watching 1,000 Pound Sisters. You know what that is? And then the sister comes out of the car.
But do you know how funny it is to be like, the other day I was watching 1,000 Pound Sisters.
Yeah, it's gonna weird, but right? And then the editor edited the noise of an actual cow. because they're in a pasture.
In the TV show?
Yeah, they're in a pasture, right? Where there's cows like.
Oh, so there's actual cows?
Yeah, but 100 meters away. Right? She comes out and they just go. It's like they know they're doing it, you know?
What the fuck?
So, the show, they know what they're doing with it.
Don't you think that's a little exploitative?
Well, of course it is. That's what TLC does. They literally
Whatever, I
exploit
think that's
people's
fucked.
illnesses and problems for content. But it's so normalized. It's incredibly normalized. Right?
But I think the internet is one of the only places where we can actually have open discussions about, like, you know what, maybe this isn't cool. Whereas, you know, TV producers, there's a whole, like, procedure as to when things get greenlit and that gets posted. I feel like in the past it was like, we just accepted whatever television we got, and then that became, like, what was normalized. But now I feel like us just talking about shit online, we have a little bit more control over what is normalized and isn't.
So let me give you an example of something that is normalized that we think is normal, and we completely forget that it's not.
Okay.
Right? If you think about normal media, mainstream media, sometimes the reporters will go to somebody's doorstep.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Like, you're literally doxing on national television somebody. That you don't even know if they're guilty or not of something or whatever. They really go to somebody's doorstep and ask them questions and knock on their door on national television of something they don't know if they're guilty or not, if they've been charged or whatever. They just do it. And that's normal. So when you talk about things being normalized or normal, I mean, this is like a terrible precedent. So like, I don't know how I feel about some of this shit, because it's like, in retrospect, it's okay.
I know the getting over it clip. That's the clip that I was talking about.
This chat, dude, they're just baiting it. They're so baity.
Yeah, so it makes me want to have like an evil era arc.
Yeah, is this time for the Poke villain arc?
Yeah, but also like, I'm just. You have a good laughing face. Like, how do your eyebrows do that?
It's when they're saying hold it, and I'm trying not to, like, you know. It's just because it's yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the way you said it, like, oh yeah, boss arc, whatever. I just thought about the Inferno Tower meme, and I was like, but not because, you know. And not like that. It's not like that.
Hold it.
So
Don't say it. Hold it.
Yeah. So I think overall though, people they hold their tongue sometimes, but you don't have to go too hard with it. Like, as long as you're not like, because you can be funny, understanding, and all these things without being offensive. I think that's like the word of the line is being offensive, like outright offensive.
True.
You don't want to be offensive and hurt people that are watching for no reason. That's like the main goal.
But I feel, well.
Go ahead, say it.
I hear a lot of people say, oh my god, like, you know, snowflake era, people get offended over everything. I don't really feel that way. I think that's a bit of like an extremist take. So I want to say, like, that's not what I'm trying to say. But my point is, sometimes if you have a big enough audience, there will be someone who's offended. I guess that's the thing.
No, definitely.
Like, especially if you make more risque jokes, it's literally impossible not to offend at least some people out there.
As long as it's not intentional, and I think it's done with malice, and it's not like really hot topics or like minorities or targeted groups, whatever.
Yeah.
I think you're chilling.
Really? I very much draw that line too. What is the Prince of Edinburgh clip?
It's so dumb. Like the. Why are they baiting so hard today? I don't know why they're baiting.
Yeah. They're baiting so fucking hard.
Okay, you guys, last clip. You guys, actually last clip.
Actually, I'm very curious about the Edinburgh one.
No, not this one.
No.
Guys, link the. Oh, he has it. Yeah, it's on. You're right.
Buckingham Palace has announced the death of His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh. Buckingham Palace has announced the death of His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. Why?
Buckingham Palace has announced the death of His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh.
Prince Philip was 99, but this beat is a straight 100. Like,
Jesus.
the comments are so good, it's hard not to laugh at this shit. Oh my god, he broke...
I unplugged our lifeline.
He broke my whole audio setup.
Oh.
Fixed.
I mean, we're listening to that thing anyway.
Fixed.
Holy.
Fixed. You know what's crazy? You kind of create memes at a pace that is unlike many others because you stream in front of so many people at once. Like, you know how there's community memes?
Yeah.
But yours is so big.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest though, we don't really make them most of the time. We just kind of get like
it's
underrated
you all
ones.
experience something at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
With chat, we get like a
meme
really
guy.
bad, like really low tier memes, and some of them are so funny. I think they're so funny, and then they end up pushing it. Like look at them. They just keep spamming the same thing over and over again.
David get it. David get
You know,
it.
you've seen that clip before, right?
Nope.
Where he ends racism.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah. He literally, it's true. Contra,
It's
you have the
true,
link
he
or what?
ended racism.
Not this. No, this guy. All he does is link that. No, not that. Guys, actually, last clip. This chat, man.
Actually, last one.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's the one.
This record is in honor of George Floyd, and I really hope we can see more unity and more peace when already things are so difficult. So, shout out to his family.
I have a dream.
That is so out of touch.
That's not actually the music that played, right?
Yeah, it is.
No.
Yes, it is.
Not
Chat.
dee-dee-dee-da-dee-da-do-do.
Yeah.
No way. I don't believe that. It's not. You really thought?
Why you guys ruining it? The
Da-dee-dee-da-dee-da-do-do.
chat is ruining it. Why are you telling her, dude?
I would have actually believed it.
I have a dream.
Even without the editing, it's a little wild.
It is absolutely wild for sure, though.
This dubstep song goes out to shout out to his family.
That is so weird.
Shout out to his family.
Yep.
Okay, so do you want to have a podcast? Actually,
Do what?
do you want to have a podcast?
Yeah, if we have enough time, we're supposed to put it in.
What do you mean?
Yeah, if we have enough time after the main show.
What do you mean?
Huh? What do you mean?
What do you mean have enough time?
Nah, I'm just kidding. Like we've just been rambling the whole time.
No, I mean, do you actually want like a long-term podcast? Is that something you want to do regularly?
Yeah. But with actual topics, and we actually sit somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
This
like
is
have
more.
a set
I
and
like
shit.
normal conversation like this.
Yeah.
Right. But more like a block where people can follow what's happening a little bit. Like
Yeah.
a block. Like a
Do you
block.
know Domingo? French streamer.
Oh yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah. I think he has a show called Popcorn that's like really popular, which is it's kind of podcast-esque. It's like a show essentially, right?
Yeah, but it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy though. It's pretty easy going, you know.
Yeah.
It's not crazy effort, but you know, because I feel like these days everybody has a podcast, or whatever.
Yeah.
So I want to make it so there's a point to it. There's a
Yeah.
point to it that isn't just we're just
Okay,
podcasting.
what's the point?
Well, you have to find out what the point is. Like talk about certain things that we're in a
I
good
like-
position to talk about, whatever.
Yeah.
Because you know,
Topical
like
things.
we've been through the years. We're at a certain point, and I think sometimes it's good to shed some light about
Mm-hmm.
you know some of the stuff going on that's happening, stuff in the future.
There's no
of the
real like
space.
gamer streamer podcast, is there? Is there?
Man, there's a couple, but they're
Like
usually
what?
more targeted towards like their games or whatever.
Like what?
I don't know, the one that Aspen is on about WoW, and the ones that from Overwatch, or the one from League or Valorant.
Maybe the closest one would be like Ludwig's The Yard. Maybe.
Does he do that? I know what he talks about on the yard. I didn't see it before.
Actually, OTV's pretty close. I haven't listened to the yard much either. Except I think someone made a weird Sykkuno joke once. That's all I know.
Yeah. I mean, my vision is that ultimately we get some people, you know,
guests?
From like, yeah, we could get some guests. Yeah. What about you? Actually, you would not have to like to have some guests or what? So something guests.
I really want to do a podcast.
Yeah,
I just don't know if that's
guests,
like without. I want a fucking podcast. I want to sit there and talk.
Yeah, but I would actually blog. See, this is good, but we have that blog by blog,
like,
so you
like
can
a
follow
really
through
really
it.
good show.
Yeah,
and people
can
can know what topics to expect too.
So if we divert, right, to like where it becomes, as long as it's like good or on point, yeah, we can ramble for hours.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be too hard, right?
Yeah.
But not to the point where it becomes like completely like, this is just like a normal like combo you have in your Valorant game. Yeah. Because we could play Valorant and have these combos anyway.
I think the set helps. And making it like a 1 hour or 2 hour show makes it so that you can only pick topics that are like really fucking good.
Yeah.
Because there's like limited time.
And not have chat, choose some ones ahead of time or on the fly and vote and have opinions. See, there's not a lot of... See, this is my vision. I know if somebody steals that, I mean, they're a bunch of idiots because that's weird. But
we just said it, copyrighted through this clip.
Yeah, a more interactive thing, right? Where you can ask like certain questions. How does chat feel with like live polls and whatnot, right? So how do people in this space feel about this? Oh, and then we pulled it on Twitter and we pulled it on this, and look at what people think about this thing that we just thought about on this platform or that platform. Does that make sense? And compare, and it's like what interaction is like infinite avenues, you know?
True. There isn't a very interactive podcast out there. Why are they talking about fanfic so much?
This chat,
this
man.
This is all your viewers.
Literally, it's just all of them.
But you know, it makes me sad that there are people who are like, no.
Which is fine.
Which I understand. I just don't want to offend anyone.
They can be okay without being terrible too. Like, if you ask some of the jokes that some of the you know the humor people make, how do you call that? A stand-up comedy people. Like a lot of people would say no also. Yeah, comedians. People say no.
Yeah.
But they're well put and whatnot. It's not.
What do you think about that? Like, do you think any joke goes in comedy?
The problem is that these jokes are usually okay in the times that they're broadcasted or created at, but then they become out of taste like a year later. That's usually when people get upset. Is it later on? Do you have to apologize for that? It's not my call to make. Like, I don't want to get too deep into the politics of it. I don't want to get too hard into it. But if you made a joke a long time ago, in times that like, oh, this thing that was funny, and is it fucked up? Not really. In that time, people forget how times were. That's just how it is. I have to say it. People, yeah, we progress and we go forward, but people forget how it was. They just forget it. That's how it is. And
I kind of agree with that in regards to something can seem a lot more ill-intended years later than it was in the moment, which retroactively may not make it okay, but I think it's good to just keep context in mind.
Yeah, but usually it's an uphill battle because the outrage and the posting of the clip without context or without whatever, it becomes so overwhelming that you can't really breathe and people are forced to do action, you know?
Yeah.
Like remove and cancel and whatever.
That's kind of just being a public figure shit.
Yeah. That's why I didn't agree with sometimes like say somebody does something bad and they apologize for it and they do it like a couple times. Like I think we've seen it. Like you can like stop getting fucking mauled about it. Like it's.
But it's more so like the people.
Yeah, and then just keep bringing it up over and over again. It's like I get it. Like when do you let people? At what point do you let somebody improve, get better, and move forward? At what point does somebody is qualified to somebody who's now understanding and now bigger? And a lot of times people are, the answer is never. Because
I guess at the end of the day, it's kind of like it's up to each individual and there will just be a lot of people who want to hate you, so they'll stick by that. But it makes me sad that behavior like that kind of leads to people like Jenna Marbles quitting YouTube, shit like that.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, these platforms are less directly interactive. You can leave a comment, you can like, dislike stuff, right? Things like Jenna Marbles or whatever, these people, they cancel themselves. That's my theory about it. That's my take. Is that cancel culture isn't crazy in how much it cancels. I think people cancel themselves. If you stop posting on YouTube, you're not canceled.
I think it just nowadays is not like how it was before. I agree with you. I think some people should be canceled and should stop posting, but they haven't stopped posting, so they will always have a community of people that follow them.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't think we should like be blaming Jenna Marbles. At the end of the day, like years ago, it's just not the same group of people that are constantly harassing you. And for someone to decide, oh, it's kind of not fucking worth it now, I understand it.
Yeah, I get it. Having to constantly apologize for that, it just kind of seems like a useless battle.
Like, it can get frustrating very easly.
Yeah, if every time you post something anywhere,
there's
it
people...
but what about in 1994 when you said this about this group? It's like, dude, like, fuck off. That becomes, if they are I think they're corroding like the enjoyment. They're corroding like just good things, I think.
I think so too. At the end of the day, like, yeah, it's her choice, but it's a choice based off of
sometimes
like a certain circumstance or environment.
That's what happens. That's why people that make jokes that are kind of far out sometimes is that they can dish it, they can take it sometimes, right? Like they know what kind of zone that they're making jokes on. They know what kind of territory they're in, and they know what kind of come with that. And if it does, then they're okay with it. It's more so like sometimes people are doing it with good intentions, and they know what they're doing, and they get shit on later on. That's kind of unfair. I think Jenna Marbles is kind of in that group.
Agreed, but that's why I think like it's the most fun to be on the internet if you're like a little bit villain arc.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you end up getting shit on for sure.
Because then you're like, you say and do whatever, and so you don't really care what you get back. But when you try to be a people pleaser and then you get shit on, like, it hurt a little bit more.
Yeah, no, it does. You're right. I mean,
sorry, go on.
Think of Ryan Higa.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Higa. Some of their skits, you know, these days, they wouldn't fly, right? Was he canceled for it?
I haven't seen it in forever, but.
Oh wow. How to be gangster, how to be Asian, I think, and then like, or how to be whatever, right? Am I misremembering this or not, chat?
Actually, I do remember those titles, but I don't know if they're offensive in this day and age.
Well, then it's filled with stereotypes and whatnot. I'm pretty sure.
True.
But are they canceled?
Like,
should be canceled? No, because at the time, something that flew a lot, and it's like, okay. Now if you did that again, I mean, it's a little different. But if they improved or they adapted themselves at the same pace as society, then should you retroactively get mad at them for something that doesn't apply anymore? I pretty don't think so. I think that makes just no sense.
I completely agree, but then we do that anyways, and we allow that to be done. And if anything, we kind of like, we ravel in it. We love to see people be taken down. Even if it's about shit that like doesn't make sense in this day and age and that they no longer do.
No, of course. So the people can say whatever they say and they can get mad. I think it's up to the infrastructure and the companies to take strong stances and say, you're mad about this? There's nothing to be mad about. We are not doing any action to this person.
The platforms?
Yeah.
I do think
platforms,
they're
companies,
pretty decent
sponsors,
with that kind of
partners.
Thing. Sponsors and partners, no. But
sponsors?
Platforms, yeah.
Okay.
Sponsors and companies will come and go so fucking quick. Even if someone maybe doesn't deserve to get canceled, like, they will not touch them with a 10-foot pole.
They should know better. In my opinion, the more that they crumb, it's like the foundation. the more people crumble because of outrage that is not justified, the more other companies will say, "Oh, look, they cut their losses on us. Let's
So
also
we
do
should
it."
too.
And then it
agree
starts
with you.
from the bottom. The castle crumbles.
I agree with you, but like, there's no, we're not all gonna have a meeting together and be like, this is okay, this is not.
Yeah,
So-
I just wish that sometimes the people were stronger. Like,
I
oh,
hope so too. I have a friend who had a really, really cool partnership, and she had like, I guess you can say like a scandal in the past, but the thing is, it wasn't even her. It was like her friend, okay? But anyways, because her friend had this issue, she lost like one of the biggest sponsors that she could have gotten because one guy was emailing that company like, don't work with this person because of this incident.
yeah, no, for sure. No, this happens all the time.
And I feel like that's such pussy shit.
Yeah, Zoms.
Sorry.
Zoms was at one point almost not able to participate in a LAN Apex tournament because he was friends on an org with me, and I had done stuff like 5 years prior.
Really?
Yeah, so because I did something like I think it was 3 or 4 years prior, and I'm friends or in an org with Zoms, he couldn't just show up or participate in a Apex tournament.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Actually
and
insane.
they told me about it, and I was like, dude, what the fuck is this about? So this happens all the time, and it's why I'm telling you. It's why I'm saying like I wish companies were like more. Hey man, you guys are worried about this as people, and this is not a worry, and it does not worry us for the future of this
majority
person.
of people, yeah.
It's not an active problem.
Yeah.
Therefore, there's no problem. And they just said, no, you're wrong. I wish sometimes companies said, no, you're wrong. End of story. And yet, because they think that, the thing is that companies, they think they lose. They don't. Let's be honest though. People that run on Twitter, people that complain with little comments,
We're
they
not
don't,
the people that were gonna.
yeah, they
buy
don't buy the
shit
products.
anyways.
They don't follow the product. They don't care about it.
If you did sponsor that person, they would still see it. They would still see it. They're not gonna avoid your company because of it. If anything, it's like more exposure. The hate drives clicks and likes and everything because they are so obsessed with following people. So, like, hey, technically it's better numbers.
Yep.
You're not losing shit.
Facts. Facts on
No
God.
winner.
For real, for real.
Agreed.
No gizmo.
No gizmo. I like that one.
Yeah, so I don't know about this. It's why I think, like a good example. I mean, I don't want to make too much drama on stream, but, like, call me Carson, right? People said, oh, man, like, he got canceled over. I mean, he didn't get canceled.
He canceled himself.
You literally just stopped posting.
Yeah.
Stop posting, you're not canceled.
Well, I would say that's being canceled. Like, when it's so bad that you, like, dip for a year or two.
Okay, it being bad, technically, I
Like-
think is a matter of perspective.
Canceled has become such an overused and shitty term that it no longer has a definition.
You're not wrong.
What the fuck does it even mean?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. With how much shit people get, I think if you put a good amount of creators in my position, when they start, if you make them go live now and they play a video game, right? They would probably say that, yeah, they'd stop streaming and they'd say, yeah, I got canceled because the chat is shitting on them. Like, if I play a game, okay, all I get in chat is so bad, so dog shit, garbage, and quit the game. I
love
get
that
nothing but that in the chat, right? Because that's just what they say, you know? So in my perspective, it's like normalized, like it's just like a funny joke, but for somebody else, it'd be like, GG's. So I think it kind of depends.
When you post shit or see stuff about yourself, do you ever see like random hate threads or hate comments or like clusters of people disliking you or saying like, you're that guy that
Sometimes.
used to say slurs and this and
Oh
that,
no, that's
whatever."
funny. I think that's so funny.
Really? Or like, do you ever see that? I kind of can't tell because I feel like you have such a big, dedicated community. I don't often see xQc haters,
Well,
but maybe I'm just like blind to them. I don't know.
okay, well, I think
R/slash
when I make a mistake, and I correct it and move on, I know what I stand for, and I'm not afraid of going live and just talking for hours, right? Because I know that I'm not like, I don't have terrible ideas and none of them's gonna slip through the cracks. Oh my god, I'm gonna say this on stream, right? So I don't have to cover my tracks. I don't have to. Whenever people come up and say like, oh, dude, I'm gonna pull up what he said last time and I'm gonna got him. I think it's so funny.
Got him.
Because it's like Keemstar when he pulled out the article and like, dude, we know this. We
Oh
see
my god,
this.
wait. Can I just say, when you replied to Keemstar,
Yeah.
you fucking buried him. Like, me and my friends were talking about it like it was a national holiday. Like, guys, today, the gnome's career has ended due to this.
And then
the magnitude of the ratio, I cannot even mathematically calculate. It was just out of this freaking world.
Yeah, you get kind of smoked, and then you know what's crazy though? And then they kept bringing more and more. I don't know if you just remember.
No.
He kept doing more tweets about me or whatever.
Really?
But then I didn't reply to any of them because the reality is that the main point is the spelled, right? So whatever he comes with next, I don't. It's the same mentality. People know about this. You're not gonna get me. And he just looks like this like. You know when you watch a cartoon, right? And then there's like the big guy who's like holding the other guy like this, and the guy's like that, and he can't reach. It's kind of like that, right?
Halt.
Wait,
no.
Yeah. So he got halted once, right? Now if you try again, you're not gonna reach me. It doesn't matter. It's kind of how it is. So that's kind of how I saw it. So I'm like, I'm not gonna keep replying. And people say, you give them clout when you answer. No, you don't get it. You don't get it. Like
maybe if you answered every single fucking thing, it would be a bit much.
If you answer every time, you're giving clout and everything. You're just being weird. But if you smoke them once, you're chilling.
Agreed.
So I don't know, but it's why the gnome, it was like a non-issue for me.
Dude, okay. Maybe this is a little spicy to say, because in general, I used to try pretty hard to avoid talking about the gnome because he's just very intense, like you say.
He's not only intense though.
He holds a grudge against you, and he's like, just starts spewing lies and doing whatever. But I think at this point, you know, I'm trying to take small steps to give less of a shit.
Yeah?
So this is going to be my first step in saying, I am so fucking glad that for someone who tried to cancel me so many fucking times over the last, like, 4 years, I am happy that I lasted long enough to watch him kind of disappear into irrelevancy.
Yeah, and now all he does is just like a misogynist factory. I'm not gonna say it.
Truly.
That is what I think, though.
Factory,
You know when you take a little factory, right? And it's like a chain belt at the back, and he takes a normal user and then makes a misogynist at the end.
Yes!
So what he does every day, and it's just so obvious.
Oh my god.
He just
He's
tries so hard.
radicalizing the poor little Twitter users.
Yeah, it is what it is, though. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think you don't have to tweet about it every time, but just showing it every once in a while. You know, when he's pointing fingers, just a good reminder.
Just an L nerd. Unironically, L nerd.
Yep, and now we're gonna be on the next show.
He's already prepping his tweets and clips.
Ironically, more clout for me. Easy.
True. Oh yeah, okay, something I kind of want to talk about, family stuff. Like, I feel like you don't really talk about family. Like, I can't believe you have a brother.
Yeah, I have a brother, a mother, and a dad.
A father?
Yeah, so what I did with my dad is that I bought, since he's kind of older.
Oh, like old, or like 60s or like 90s?
Like 60s. I bought him a camper van.
Oh, like an
a
RV?
Mercedes camper, right?
A Mercedes. I'm gonna look it up.
It's like the team vans, you know, like LCS teams. They have a team van where they have a little place and they bring them to the spot. We can modify them and put like a whole housing in it.
Like an RV, but a
That's
fancy RV.
That's what he has right there, pretty much almost. I think something like that, yeah.
Whatever, you guys can maybe generally tell what that is.
Yeah, it's a Sprinter van, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Sprinter van, okay.
And it has like 2 beds, a kitchen, a shower, and he just like so I bought him that, and then he just left Quebec, and now he's just on the run, just.
That's kind of fucking sick, to be honest. But do you guys talk? Like, does he text?
Oh yeah, I talked to him sometimes, yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, he came to visit not long ago. I had talked to him for a little bit, but I was really busy, so I couldn't talk to him that much. But yeah, I mean, yeah, he's with his girlfriend, and he just goes around doing whatever.
Cute. What about
And then
your
what I
mom?
do with my mom is that if I buy something to my dad, I give the same amount to my mom. So I give a check to my mom, and then.
That's very diplomatic of you.
Yeah. And then she just cashed it in, and she's like, I'm saving. I'm like, dude.
She's saving, and then she's gonna like give it back to you someday.
Yeah. And I'm like, Mom, you're like 60. Stop saving.
Yeah. Enjoy
like-
your fucking life,
I'm
bro.
like, and then I bought something else for my dad because he needed it, like I think a house. And then
Just bought my dad a house.
I gave a check to my mom, and I'm like, okay, you're spending all of it, or I'm taking it back, right?
Aww.
And now she's starting to like buy stuff.
That's really nice.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is.
Do you have a good relationship with them?
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah, they're
like
nice.
it.
Yeah.
That's really nice. You talk to your brother much?
Yeah, my brother helps me. Yeah.
Cool.
He
I want to meet Nick.
My brother is the ambassador of my gambling addiction. He has all my crypto and my money. So whenever I want to gamble, I have to ask him to give me, and he regulates me. So it's kind of a system for me not to lose all my money.
That is some dank copium right there, dude.
So
Not to lose all my money, Pepe laugh.
So he stops me.
Sure.
Well, not all the time, but is what it is. So that's kind of how the system we have rolling right now.
Well, you know, we could talk about Gamba if you want to be spicy. I saw some clip where Miss said he got like a 10 mil gambling sponsor, and you were like mad at him or something. I don't know. I didn't understand.
No, I am talking with an off stream. It's not too spicy. It's just because I keep burping. Basically, sorry.
It's the cupcakes.
The reality of it is that I don't want to be weird about it and like make too much drama out of it. It's just that it seemed to me like, at the time, yeah, we did Gamba shit, but we were like thrown under the bus, if that makes sense. Like whenever shit hit the fan and people were like against it, then they piled on. Everybody piled on. You don't have to be for it. You don't have to be neutral. You don't have to do anything. But I think piling on is something you do like by choice. And you know, me and Train, like we're kind of like, we're not vindictive, but we take notes, right? People are gonna be a bunch of hoes. We take notes. We're not gonna go against them
I
like
think
crazy.
the word you mean is petty.
Yeah, we're not. Okay, we're not
No,
petty.
y'all are a little petty.
Okay.
You're not
sometimes we're petty.
vindictive and vengeful, but you're a little petty.
We're not gonna take action.
I
But,
think all streamers are a little petty, low-key.
but I take notes though. All I do is take notes.
Noted.
Noted it. So I'm gonna say, because generally, if you're kind of wrong, then you're wrong. But if they're piling on, it's kind of like, okay, I'll note that, right? And then maybe next time when they're in trouble, I'll pile on it, right? But then it felt to me like we got piled on and then 180'd on. That was my concern. So it's why I talked to him off stream, and I was like, see, at the time you piled on me and you piled on us, but now you're 180ing. So it's like when you're piling on, you act as if you know better, in my opinion. But then comes up later that you don't. And that's the only thing I didn't agree with.
Well, I mean, didn't Miz do a gambling sponsorship before? So I don't think he ever acted like he knew better. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway, I ended up being kind of wrong about it. Because I talked to him about it, and I was like, yeah, like, I was just mauled, like, because we got paddled last time, whatever. So we cleared it up. It was fine.
Okay.
Like, at the end of it, we kind of hashed it out, like, it was, like, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad. I kind of hard snapped because, one, he didn't take it, whatever, and it doesn't matter anyway. It's
Oh, yeah, I think you reacted that way because you thought he did take the
yeah, I did take it.
And you thought that would be hypocritical.
Which would have been fine also. I would have been, I'm going to be honest with you, I'd have been out of my depth anyway if I got mad about it. I would have been out of my depth regardless.
I mean, I don't know. If I was you and someone dogpiled on me for doing something and then 6 months later they did the same shit, I would tell them, yeah.
Perhaps. Yeah, it's just at the time, like, with all the Gamba stuff, the problem is always the misinformation. That's my problem. Because some things are wrong, but they're not, like, evil. And sometimes I feel like people know something is wrong, and it's easy to filibuster and just stack garbage. How do I say this? Let's say it's like a method of delivery. When everybody's against somebody, right? They're not gonna be as critical of information coming in if it's negative information, like stuff that's against it. So let's say, oh, everybody hates this. Oh yeah, and he also did that. Nobody's gonna go back and check if that's true or not. They're just gonna say, yeah, true, right?
True.
And the problem is that with the Gamba stuff, a lot of stuff was bad, but people were stacking garbage in the bad,
worse.
making it look like it was complete. And then we were like,
no one's fact checking.
Yeah,
True.
and we were like, dude, why are you doing that? And then we go on H3H podcast or whatever, And he's doing even more garbage. And we're like, dude, you're not just wrong here, man.
Like what? What was he wrong about?
Dude, you guys are manipulating the wins before, during the stream. And we're like, dude.
You don't know that. Sorry, he doesn't know that, but you also don't know that.
Okay, so.
Which I think is, I mean, like, you can't really argue that one way or the other.
This is a genuine misconception because there's two layers. I hate talking about this that much, but there is the host, the website, and there's a provider. These are two different entities. Provider makes games. They just literally make the game. And then the other company, right, just has the game and gives the game. Does that make sense? So saying, oh, dude, they're just manipulating the whole juice, and it's like, dude.
Someone said not on stake.
Yeah. I mean, it's all different companies. Plain Go, Pragmatic, whatever city. There's like a bunch of them. People are talking about the live games. I'm talking about more about the slot version of it. The slots all have a provider. Hacksaw Gaming, Pragmatic Gaming, Plain
I get
Go.
what you're saying. And maybe that gives like your situation credit, but it doesn't discount the fact that there can very easily be scams on these games, and I'm sure that there are.
No.
Or
I mean, we know it's a scam.
Percentage.
Everybody knows it's a scam.
In the back.
Not a scam, but everybody knows it's rigged. It's like,
Sorry, no. I mean, I think they can very much rig it, benefit someone as well. Stake? I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think that hosts can rig providers.
Maybe there are certain like that. But if someone's telling me, well, on stake they don't do it like that, like it's all one platform, I'd be like, well, I can't trust it because in the past it's been proven that these kind of websites do rig shit.
Yeah.
So like, why would I trust it? Essentially,
I don't think they see.
I think it's fine to say that you don't think they do, but you can't prove that.
Yeah, but I think them saying that they do 100% and most of your wins are illegitimate. I think this is very disingenuous.
Yeah, that's reaching, and like they have no way to prove that.
Like he was saying, like, oh, dude, you got like multiple 400K wins, right? That can't be mathematically, and we're like, dude.
But overall, you've lost like millions.
Yeah, like we spin like fucking like 8,000 times to get fucking 10x bonuses.
Yeah.
I get 1,000x. Like, it's real. It's not like made. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
It's why it was upsetting that they were just stacking lies in the middle of the thing.
What's your take on gambling now? Streaming gambling.
It hasn't changed. I think gambling is content. I think it's fun.
Is that it?
I think gambling is fun. I'm okay. There's some topics that I'm okay being wrong about. That's what I've done. I think gambling is fun. I enjoy doing it, and I don't see that much of a problem. I just wish people were more responsible with their thing and were more in line with how things are. You're watching degenerate rich people de-print money, right? And you're telling it's being de-printed. Like, you don't have to go copy and do it. It's like saying that people are dying in skateboarding because of Jackass. Like, I get it. It's a problem also, but like, I'm just trying to make some content, have some fun, and spin some fucking machines. Like, I'm not trying to fucking reinvent the wheel. I don't know.
Do you think it's bad to take gambling sponsorships on Twitch?
I don't think it's bad. I don't know. One thing I'll say though is that I think it's bad to take the ones that most of them are taking. So people will go against me for this, but things like Train, I know for a fact because I at the time I knew and I spoke with the guys over there. The deals aren't what you would think they are. It's not like affiliate code shilling dog shit. Some of these guys, like, I don't know if you'll see in the slot categories, you go down in the description and they have an affiliate code for like 12 casinos. And every day they change website. They change website like 4 times a day sometimes, right?
Weird.
Because they have deals with all the companies and they just shill the codes. And the codes, they come from the viewers. The viewers fill the codes. Right? But I think that is weird. If your main juicer is the juice in the viewers, that's just disgusting.
No, but that's my point. That's what gambling sponsorships are. You're juicing your viewers.
Okay.
Because how else do they make money if not off of your viewers?
Okay, no. Okay.
Off of your viewers' L's.
that makes sense. It's kind of hard for me to rationalize it in a good thought. Okay, it does make sense, right? But if I'm going to gamble and do that for the exact same amount, sometimes it's kind of like, okay, well, I'm doing it anyway. Like whenever I did, like I gambled for like 4 days, and nobody had any problems with it, right? I gambled the 5th day, right, with a sponsor, and everybody got mad. I was gonna gamble regardless. How's that?
Okay, it's like a spectrum, in my opinion. And in my opinion, when you take millions of dollars in order to gamble on specific websites and platforms, you are on the end of the spectrum where you're teetering between bad and evil, in my opinion. You gambling for fun on multiple platforms, I'd put it in a gray area in the middle. Someone doing a poker tournament or gambling IRL, I put that like, much further on the other side because there are way more barriers of entry. You're saving one for a Okay, good.
Oh, okay. I'll show the last one first. Sorry.
No, there's that last one, so you can eat the third one. Okay, because like if you're like, hey guys, if you end your stream, you're like, I'm gonna go gamble. Like I'm not mad at you for saying that, even though
earlier when I went to the bathroom, I gambled in your bathroom.
I don't care because like it's very different from streaming yourself on a platform that people can access very easily versus like casinos. There's a reason that they're few and far in between. And it's hard to get there. You need your ID. You gamble with cash. Like, there's all these barriers that make it less likely for people to lose money or become addicted.
You're not wrong.
But sorry. Wait. Can I just say one last thing?
Yeah, I just mean at the same time, doing the gambling does that as well. But it doesn't exacerbate that.
But
go ahead.
Especially when you are taking money from a sponsorship. The only reason they're giving you that money, like, what is their business model? Their business model is to profit off of your viewers.
Okay, no, yeah,
so
that makes sense.
So they get that money and they give you some of that money. Okay. So you're just juicing your viewers.
Okay, so yeah, you are right. This does make sense. I agree.
Thanks.
Let's say, not even a let's say, okay, I buy 500K worth of crypto, right? And I load up my account, and I'm saying I'm gonna gamble for 4 days, right?
Yep.
So I gamble for 4 days.
Yep.
And I lose 200K over 4 days.
Okay.
My 2 last days were sponsored, so they paid me for gambling. I didn't even use the money. It was raw balance the whole time.
Okay.
Was one right, one wrong, or both wrong, or both right?
I think if you're gambling on your own time, that's your decision. I don't really give a fuck. If you're streaming yourself gambling, especially a lot of money, you need to accept that you are having a negative impact on your viewers.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Yeah,
right?
Okay, yeah,
and then the fact that that company is giving you money on the 4th or 5th day is they're just telling you this is how much of a negative effect you're having on your viewers.
Okay, yeah.
It's this much millions.
So basically, it is like an agree. People that everybody in chat said they're both wrong. And you know what? You know what that means, right? It means that they just are against they're just against gambling and promoting gambling, or just even just doing it without a sponsor. Which I think is
streaming gambling is what.
Yeah, exactly. Paid or unpaid. Because if you say that both are wrong, if they say both are wrong, then they're just against the streaming of gambling, which is fair. You can be against it. Okay. I'm personally not against it. I understand the right, the wrongs. It's just a matter of it. And I'm just gonna do it. I enjoy doing it. I'm like a gambler at heart, literally.
I think it's like, I think you can say that you enjoy okay. Being completely honest with you, I think the only reason you say that you're not against it is because 1, you've done it, and 2, you enjoy it. But you can have done something and think that it's fun and agree that it is a bad thing to do.
It is a bad thing.
Yeah. But I feel like sometimes you say, no, it's not a bad thing, I'm not against it.
Okay. Makes sense. It's a bad thing. I'm not against it.
It's a bad thing. But you should be against it. Okay, wait. What do you define as being against something?
Okay, I think also you shouldn't be drinking excessively, and you shouldn't be taking sponsors for alcohol on stream. I think it's bad. I still do it.
If you think it's bad, why do you do it?
Because I want to.
I actually think taking alcohol sponsorships is so far from casino stuff, actually, or gambling.
I think drinking is a massive problem, if not as big as gambling, that destroys families across the nation, and it's an insane problem and destroys literally youth, growth, childhoods. And it's a big problem. But yet one is okay and one is another.
No.
I think they're both bad, and I still do both.
I think they are both bad. One is more normalized, and the other is just like, holy shit, why are we making something that's bad even more normalized? I think they're both shitty. But I'm very surprised that, like, you're so willing to exclaim why it's so bad, but you'll still do it just fine. Like, why?
Okay.
That's kind of surprising.
I understand.
To me.
I understand.
Like, if anything, you sound passionate. Like, alcohol ruins families. So does gambling.
Okay. Yeah, but Pluto says they're not mutually exclusive. Yeah, I get it. The point is that I enjoy doing it. I
think your subjective experience doing it is
because it's fun. It's fun, and I can afford it. I can afford doing it.
Just because it's fun doesn't mean it's okay. Would you have as much fun gambling if you were doing it off stream than on stream?
Yeah, I gamble every day. I lost 2 million this month.
Really?
I lost 1.85 million this month.
Guys, don't gamble. Okay. I think you can do something and say it's bad. Like, I think you should say that you're against it because you say that it's bad. Even if you do it. You get what I mean? I mean, I know some people would probably call you a hypocrite for it. But I don't really think so.
No, I try not to be a hypocrite. It's not that I understand it's kind of hard. It's like a spectrum of bad. It's like taking a sponsor for a game you know is complete ass crack and you saying, this game is fantastic and will make you have good grades and have women, right? It's not like, okay. That's bad, but you still do it though. It's the same narrative.
Pause, champ.
You know it's bad and you still do it.
If someone buys Pirates in Space 3 because I told them that it was good and they end up having a shit time, that's not gonna ruin their lives or their families. Gambling is different. Are they similar instances in a sense? Yes. Are they comparable directly? No. Apples to oranges, dude.
Apples to oranges? I think it's why I don't think I'm a hypocrite about it. Because inherently...
Do you still do gambling sponsorships?
Nope. I just gamble off stream. I'm on a
then
down streak.
I don't think you're a hypocrite at all.
Okay, but I still think that sponsors are still kind of fine. It depends. I think it's give and take.
Why do you think they're kind of fine?
Because at the end of the day, at a certain point, I think people can claim a certain amount, not all, of responsibility for their own actions. And people can, if you try your best to mitigate some of the influence and some of the negative one, I think people will still have a brain in their heads. And when they go through the whole process of buying crypto or buying whatever and putting it into a system that's extremely voluntary and has a bunch of gates and steps behind it, and then that's very voluntary. And I don't think they're getting like mind controlled for it. And I think I'm getting the good guidelines, like having a 18+ thing, people not to gamble. Some of these guys, they're like, dude, you should, if you want, I'm not kidding. So some of the conversations I had with some of these owners or whatever, they're like, go on your stream and you should show them how much you're losing when they say like, you can show deposits, show withdrawals, show how much money you're losing, and tell them not to gamble and not use the website, literally. But they know people are gonna do it regardless. They don't mind you doing that. It's like if a game told you that you can play their game and say the game is dog shit. That's why I don't mind playing a game sponsored when they tell me that there's no talking points. I can say whatever I want. And sometimes I'll take sponsorships and I'll say this game is dog shit. I had a huge sponsor last time for Modern Warfare, I opened the game and said, yeah, this sometimes I'm dying. And I'm dying. This game is ass crack. But they let me do it.
To be completely honest,
I'm trying to be genuine about it.
I understand what you're saying, but I think all of those points are heavy justifications and copiums to make you feel better about what you're doing. Not just you, but people in general who do this.
Fair enough.
And it's like the gambling companies tell you to do that to try to convince you that it's an okay thing to do. But this actually
intent result.
This ends up relating more to like, how do you view human behavior in general? Your take is like, at the end of the day, it's that person's responsibility.
If I wanted to study human behavior, I would have stayed in school.
But I'm explaining that your point is that, oh, people can't really be influenced. It's their responsibility to make a decision. And like, yeah, sure, but you cannot deny the influence that occurs to people. If they hear something enough times, if something looks cool enough, they're gonna do it no matter how shitty it is. And sure, it is their responsibility. Like, you shouldn't be sued by them for the money that they lose. Okay, maybe not to that extent, but it's still your fault that you caused that influence.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I can agree with you to some degree. I still think that if you take the proper steps and proper guidelines, you can kind of mitigate the problem and still have the content. I said it last time. I think gambling is content. I think it's fun.
I think so too.
It is content.
I mean, that's why, like, I'm not mad about like Rust gambling or even poker tournaments or other things like that. But when it comes to like taking gambling sponsorships, literally that is just your viewers' money.
Yeah, but sometimes I think people like and they enjoy seeing money being de-printed.
Sure. I don't disagree with you.
I think de-printing money is also fun.
I'm surprised at like the heavy copium in the chat, likely from people that are too young to even gamble, that are like, she's missing the point. I understand it's people's responsibility, but that doesn't detract the fact that I'm influencing their actions.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
True. In that case, I wish people advocated harder and stronger against smoking, vaping, drugs, talking about drugs,
Sure.
Alcohol, consuming alcohol, sponsors for them, the whole scope. I wish people that were as adamant
but
about
just
all these
because-
things across the board, not be a nitpick Andy.
I agree, actually. However, I will say that just because all of these things are bad doesn't mean we should allow more bad stuff.
Not wrong. I'm just telling you that.
I do think if someone is like, smoke whatever every day and like drinking and doing all of this shit, and then they're like, oh my god, but gambling, no.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
I understand how that can feel high road-ish.
So I'm kind of wrong, and I'll double down about being wrong, but I won't take getting high-roaded by people who do dog shit. And that's not even whataboutism. It's not whataboutism. I'm not saying what about this, what about that. I'm saying you're not personally gonna high-road me as somebody who does the other shit. I agree that it is wrong, and I'll double down on it. But you're not gonna act superior, or some of the people are gonna act superior. You're not gonna do that. Poke, your whole brand is you being fucking high. What are you talking about?
I'd rather someone promotes weed than gambling, though. I'll be honest. I would much rather. Well,
one of my friends smoked some weed, some fake weed, and I was in the fucking asylum.
Asylum? Oh no! Oh no!
Thanks, Poke.
Now he's in asylum. This is what Poke taught me.
Nah, I'm just doing some copium whataboutism. We shouldn't do whataboutism, okay? I wish you understood this is a behavior I do a lot, okay? But it doesn't justify it. Like, should I laugh at this joke? Should I make this joke? Should I make fun of this guy? Should I insult this guy? I shouldn't. I still do it, right?
Sorry. It's just so funny to sit beside you and listen to you sometimes, because you're like, on him. Should I be an asshole? I shouldn't, but I do it. It's like the inner monologue. Sorry, go on.
Okay. So that's kind of how I feel about these things, and I just wish that people understood sometimes it doesn't come across or does it come from another narrative in my head, some ulterior other sort of mind pattern. That's where it comes from, and that is something I replicate a lot, right? Yeah, maybe you're gonna convince yourself to have another mindset or another thing, right? Mm-hmm. But the reality is I don't. I know it's bad. I still do it. I understand the points behind it. Maybe I need to have a shift of perspective. Maybe I need to go out there, look around. I don't know.
I think if you ever saw a family that was like detrimentally impacted by gambling, you would understand why it's the kind of.
I lost a family member to gambling.
Oh, the whole family member?
Yeah, I mean, the person is no longer with us.
Really?
Yeah, to gambling.
Can you explain?
Yeah, but I understand that. Because
But then why wouldn't you want to minimize the influence that it has within a society? And I feel like allowing it to be something that you can do online.
It's something I like doing and I want to do it and I can afford to do it. And so I'm trying to tell people is that.
Yes, but when you're streaming it, you're encouraging this to people who cannot afford to do that.
Yeah,
that's the issue.
I think to an extent.
I'm not mad at you for doing it on your own time.
Doing stuff on stream influence people overall.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And it's kind of hard to dodge that.
Yes.
And that's going to happen. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's content. I think it's fun to do. I think it's generally fun to watch. But I understand the problems about it. So I don't know. It's kind of like a. Yeah, I don't know actually. Yeah, I have to have more thought to it.
Okay,
I would think spinning for hours, dead spins, getting absolutely nothing. Sometimes it's a good anti-gameplay ad, but I understand that people, gorillas, will still be influenced by the one win or the one fucking 1000x on fucking Razor Shark or whatever. Like, oh my god, dude, seaweed, ding, 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 ding. But it's like, dude, I spun for 8 hours doing only dead spins to get there. And they'll only get that segment.
When you say, like, we should talk about it more, at the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding, and the pudding is how much money these companies are willing to give streamers. Whatever they're giving streamers, they're making back so much more. And everything they make back is your viewers' losses. Okay. Like that's the only actual piece of evidence we have regarding this. We're not running trials on like how much are people being addicted, how much are doing this, moderately. Yeah. We can't we just don't have enough data like that. That's the only point that we can actually go off of.
If I were to have this perspective right now, then I can genuinely tell you with absolute certainty, and I feel bad about this almost, that I've taken game sponsors that have, because I know the stats behind it, that have been actually worse than some of the Gamba shit. Just because
I think games are no big deal.
I played and got sponsors to play games that are absolute dog garbanzo, right? For insane amount of money.
Yeah, I really don't think that's a big
and
deal.
that money, that money's people's money. No?
No. They're very different things because like, listen, do I think it's good to promote something that you hate? No. But is it as detrimental as promoting gambling? Not even close. Because again, if someone spends $20 on a game and it ends up being shit, oh well fuck, that's $20 down the line. If someone ends up doing what you do and gambling and then loses their entire livelihoods, that's their life on the line.
Okay. So, then, are you against the concept that, let's say, I take a Genshin Impact sponsor, right, for like, it was like,
a great game.
Was it like 2 hours? And it was an absurd amount.
Yeah, but
and I spent every minute gambling in the menus with packs, right? So technically, I'm trying not to do the whataboutism here. I'm just trying to get a sort of a middle ground, right? We're like, that is literally...
You're giving examples of things that, maybe have similar traits in some regard, But at the end of the day, they're just not as bad on the spectrum of things that can be bad.
Okay.
And I don't even think that is something that is bad enough to run around and be like, that guy's doing something terrible. Like, it's not about being perfect when it comes to any, like, moral or ethical issues, but when something is very evidently bad, like, listen, guys, if you want to come at me and try to prove that there are just as many... that there are just as many people who lose their whole livelihoods to Genshin Impact as there are that do to, like, legitimate gambling. Like, there are gambling... Like, people do lose a lot of money with mobile gamba. They really do.
Yeah, this is where you get a tank and you get killed in an Inferno Tower.
Like, yeah, people do lose a lot of money. Listen, and I'm not saying drugs or Genshin or all this. I'm so fucking mad at you for bringing all these things up because you have whataboutism into the whole topic. Guys, I'm not talking about all of those things. I'm talking about this one thing that is worse than all of those things.
Yeah, it's a spectrum. I get it. It's a spectrum. One has more upside, downside, like in terms of like, oh, how much can you dump money? Can you wire your bank account and roll it in? If you did that in Genshin, it wouldn't be as bad because you probably hit a cap at one point where you only stuck to 1,000 instead of hundreds of thousands, right?
Yeah.
I get it. It's a spectrum. That's why I wish sometimes
people discussed other things.
Yeah, and I wish we could be open to a point where the influence would be the same impact as the actual gamba. If you were open enough about it and say, yo guys, this is gonna be only dead spin, only loss, only garbage for hours on end, and we're just gonna, and it had this, but it's not. So I get it. It's haram, yeah. It's also very haram. Every time I gamble,
on that point.
Chat says,
so someone said,
Astaghfirullah.
oh, yes. Oh my god, good, very good context.
Oh, Habibi X Gamba.
Why is an alcohol and tobacco sponsorship different though? I mean, if you say gambling sponsor streams encourages viewers to gamble, then alcohol and smoking sponsor streams encourage drinking. Would you disagree? I wouldn't disagree. That's really it. I wouldn't disagree. They, like, you can argue all day that they are bad, but they are just not as bad as making gambling accessible via computers and then encouraging people to do it.
Yeah,
that's why, like, all this comparison shit, it's like, you guys really must have no good points to defend it on if you're comparing it to a billion other things instead of talking about the actual issue at hand.
Yeah, you're not wrong. There's also, I just feel like from my perspective, whenever I try to do it on my own, there was, as somebody who was like 20 whatever years old, there's so many steps to get to the point where I actually gambled that I actually gave up because it's so fucking annoying. And I feel like that's where like my personal like, oh man, look, man, if you want to do it, like you actually have to fucking go all the way and you have to, so many, it's like.
And there's a reason for those things.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a lot of barriers. Like you have to put money here, do this, plug your bank account, verify your identity. Put it. Yeah. It's like fucking dude. Like it's a lot of steps. So I don't know. Moving on.
Yeah, but I'm glad we talked about it a bit. And you know what? Maybe some things will change in the future.
Oh, okay. Then. Okay. Now I'm mad at you, and I need to goddamn you on NFTs. NFT or what?
NFT or what?
Yeah, NFT or what? You have the NFT topic.
Yeah, I was like, would you ever sell an NFT? I don't fucking know.
Why would you? I wouldn't.
I don't know.
Not now.
Exactly. Not in the way that it's done right now.
Okay. Damn. Okay. Yes. You watch my stream, so you copy my take.
Can't got him if I think the same thing as you.
Actually, copy my take.
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay. I've seen people like even sell their selfies as NFTs.
No. So I think there comes a point where, as a creator, you can be as
greedy.
Yeah, you can be as greedy, but it's more like as in line with as me. I'm gonna sell something. How much do they get? How much do I know that they get, and how much do I gain from this, right? And I think as a creator, you have a responsibility to not juice this aspect as much as possible.
Agreed.
So if I make merch, it's gonna be good quality. I'm gonna argue. I'm gonna negotiate with the people to make it as cheap as possible and get as little of a cut as possible. Because reality is, most of us don't need the money from the revenue of the shirts and the merch. We don't need it. You know what I want? I want people to have a token. I want something to have something cool that they can wear, right? That they paid an amount that makes sense for them, and they get everything that they paid for and more, right? That's what I want them to have.
I agree, and I respect that, but you don't want to juice people on merch, but you'll juice them on gambling?
Okay, like I said, it's not something that is hand delivered. I give you this, you give me that type thing.
Well, yeah, it makes more sense. I would rather someone makes a profit when they actually get a shirt in return than someone makes a profit and the person doesn't get anything. They just lose money.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not trying to go back to Gamba. I'm just saying, I think your brain, good. Your train of thought, good. Okay. Generally.
So, I'm an influencer, and this shirt, okay, it's garbage and it's going to disintegrate when I get out the road. And everybody in chat who actually went there and bought it, they bought that right now. They're about to get scammed, get fucked on. Like, it's not as hand delivered one to the other. I think when it comes down to merch, it comes from a much more authority and direct as you give me this, I give you this. If you say, oh, I give you $60 for a shirt, right? And I know I'm giving you garbage, and I'm giving you garbage. That's just lame, though.
I think so too.
That is very hand to hand.
It's kind of
personal.
A scam in and of itself. Like almost anything kind of can be a scam depending on the details.
Yeah, so that's the problem that I have with NFTs and whatnot. Because you know it's garbanzo.
Yes.
You know it's garbage.
I'm selling you 3 pixels, but it's me, so pay $100,000.
Yeah. And you overplay its value and how much it's going to increase, how much I'm make money from it, and you know it's garbanzino.
Okay, wait.
And you sell it manually.
This is kind of a shitty example, but an example nonetheless. So do you remember that website that was like gonna sell people's clips and whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't agree with that and the way that they went about it, but an example of like, if it was normal to sell moments on the internet and people traded those and they like became valuable somehow, then I wouldn't mind selling like my Twitch clips. If people could buy them and then sell them and profit off of that somehow, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's a bad take. So would you do that? In my opinion, that the root thought behind that is an error. The reason why I think about that is that, in my opinion, this is you would have the same idea come with this than if you did a pump and dump, literally, because a pump and dump is like, it's the exact same thought pattern as a pump and dump. What you're saying is that you're creating something, you're putting it out that has a whatever value that is increased because you're promoting it, and you're pumping it with your influence or whatever, and you know for a fact it's worth garbanzo, but you're making the money out of it, so it doesn't matter for you. No, I get what you're saying. My point is, the only reason we would like do any NFT stuff is if it could bring value to someone, right? So or bring money to your pocket. Oh no! Well, no. I mean, like actually want to do. Oh, you're somebody who's like reasonable, like yes, like me and you. Yes, that's what I mean. That's what I said. We're not interested in just doing NFTs right now, but right, we would only want to do it if there was a way for it to bring value to someone. Now, I understand right now, you know, like the only time you make money off of an NFT is essentially if you're scamming someone else. Okay, that's just how it is. Yeah, literally. But that's why I'm imagining like in an ecosystem where people traded these things for whatever reason, like a collectible. I mean, that's kind of how it's pitched right now, but so healthy. The ecosystem isn't there yet. So if this ecosystem was so big that it was all the creators in it, and it was a big jumbo bumbo, and I knew for a fact that they would be able to. Yeah. And if they sold it with small losses or small gains, or and it was a thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would probably consider it, but the problem is that people know for a fact that it's not that, and they'll overplay the fact that it is to make as much money as possible. That's where the scene is at right now. I agree. That's what NFTs kind of are in the current moment. But I hope, I don't know, do you want it to change? Can you see yourself being involved if it does change? Involved? Oh yeah, like I always told this to chat. Mm-hmm. Some of my takes, I always say, I don't like it yet. And I say yet, not to protect myself
from taking an NFT to sponsor tomorrow or in a year even. Is that yet in terms of technology, not in terms of usage. So if I agree with the technology, if the usage changes and it becomes good, then yeah, my take will change. The problem is that when that technology is good, right? The usage is absolute garbage. I don't stand for it. I don't want to promote it. I don't make money out of it. I just won't stand for that. And the fact that it flies every day to me is just bonkers.
Yeah, the amount of NFT opportunities I get, I'm like, stop this shit. By the way, I am not like pro NFT currently. We're just talking about it in general.
Yeah,
I declined hella NFT opportunities. Like right now, it's really just used to make money off of people. Especially, I can't believe people were genuinely involved in rug pulls. I think FaZe has done $1 billion. Like, I'm really curious, has FaZe's reputation changed much? I feel like they've been involved with so many things.
FaZe doesn't give a fuck though. The problem is that now they have to give a fuck because now they're investor fueled, right? They have a lot of slices of investors coming in via fucking VCs, and then that kind of shifts the mindset of orgs a lot of times, right? I'm pretty sure they have a lot of VCs, don't they?
Now, yeah. Apparently they undershot the amount of money that they said that they would make in the last year or something.
Okay, so I think the way it works is that surprisingly, it's a good thing. With like Overwatch League and League of Legends, or having leagues, whatever, nobody can afford to buy in spots. What they do is that they take venture capital from big investors that inject money for shares of the company.
Yep.
And what that does actually is that it cleans the companies up. I think we've been seeing good change.
True.
It cleans everybody up. And
because they have to follow certain guidelines if they're going to be associated with.
And it's been helping the space a lot, except for FaZe. Somehow, for some unholy reason, they have slices of investors, and they do absolute garbanzo. Who knows why?
I feel like it's because their audience is okay with anything. Is that weird for me to say? Okay, I'm curious. For the viewers watching right now, do you guys now have a more negative perception of FaZe in general? Like, when you think of that brand, do you think good or bad? Okay, so I feel like you guys must be so far from, like, FaZe community, like FaZe fanboys. And sorry, I don't mean to rag on them. I'm kind of just speaking objectively about a company who has had a lot of hype for many years, but honestly, as of late, has been involved with a lot of pretty shitty things.
Yeah, which is mostly based on the creators themselves, not the org itself. I wish the org took more responsibility and took more of a stance, but most of it is just, I think comes down to the creators.
Actually, I kind of disagree.
Okay, go ahead.
Because if you watch the videos about these rug pulls and all this shit, almost always the creators that do it, they're given these opportunities through like managers in FaZe,
and they know,
or FaZe banks or whatever.
For sure, yeah.
In which case, like, it's not just the creator going off and doing some random shit. Like, FaZe is usually involved somehow.
So I wish. That's what I'm saying. That I wish they took accountability.
Yeah.
I wish the companies came out and said.
Instead, they're just like, oh my god, this guy did it. Oh, we're so sorry. We're gonna boot him off now.
Yeah. So I guess because they're not seeing any downside or any punishment from people.
Well, they didn't make as much as they projected that they would, so maybe this is the beginning. Who knows?
Yeah, our projections kind of garbage though. Like,
I don't know.
Projections and evaluations are complete garbage in that realm.
I saw someone post on Twitter about how the SEC. Chat, what does that stand for again? The SEC is like investigating them for that or something or other.
The SEC?
SEC.
Oh yeah, SEC and Security and Exchange, yeah.
Yes.
This said in chat. I read it, but I kind of knew what it was. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to fucking blockchain and crypto and shit. It's the Wild West.
Yeah. So don't trust people who take advantage of that shit. You know what's weird? Sometimes I see someone promote an NFT or crypto or whatever the fuck, and I feel bad for them because I think maybe they don't have enough IQ points to know that it's a bad thing.
Oh.
And then they're influencing other people who also don't have enough IQ points to do their own research.
Yeah, if this was me 4
like
years ago, I would have probably taken one.
I don't know. Thank you, Cristiano.
It just sucks because it's a lot of money. If somebody says that don't have a lot and whatever, they don't know.
They usually do. Like, if you have enough of an influence to be paid millions of dollars, you probably have millions of dollars.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Do you have waters?
I do.
I have a headache.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you
No,
want
it's okay.
food?
It's because I didn't it's because I didn't eat food.
It's 5, so I mean we've been streaming 5 hours. This is enough talking. Or did you want to stream until the poker event?
No, because I wanna go shopping.
Okay. Then I'll get you water. We'll chill for like 5-10 minutes, and then you guys
Yeah.
be good to go. Wait, give me the cupcake so I can give it to the deck.
Yeah. I'm trying to get like a bass outfit for the poker event, so I can lose in style.
Oh, let's go.
Like a 10K outfit. Not kidding.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Guys, I'm going to look fucking bussin'. Chat, when I get there, dude. Guys, sorry. Yeah, so I think we could lose in style today, boys. Yeah, so not to bring the topic again, chat, but today we're going to the Ludwig event, and we're yeah, it's like a poker event with like some pros and Mr. Beast, poggers. Who asked? Nobody. Yeah, it's streamed, I think. It's gonna be on YouTube, so it's gonna lag a little bit, but just put it down to 240p with a delay and you're chilling.
Did you get me banned?
No.
Okay.
Thank you. Is
No
is that tap?
Nope. It's the best water you'll ever have. It's BTS water.
It doesn't have any minerals.
No, it doesn't have any bad tastes.
Oh, you see? This is my worst take of the podcast so far. Or the top, it doesn't. I think what tastes bad is good because at least it tastes something. So I'm a Dasani enjoyer.
What? Do you want to die?
I said it. Dasani is good.
You need to understand. You need to understand that's a terrible take.
Why? Why?
It's copium. You've been eating something that's terrible that you've convinced yourself in order to cope with this terrible thing that the fact that it tastes bad is good for you.
But at least it tastes something. It tastes rocky. Like herby. Like
why do you want your water to taste like rock?
Well, because it tastes something.
Dasani, I kid you not, tastes spicy. It's weird. They put some weird stuff in Dasani. I'm pretty sure they put minerals in Dasani that make you more thirsty, so you keep drinking it. Did you know that?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. Huh?
Oh, yeah, when I drink a lot of it.
Yeah, because they're scamming you, bro. They're scamming you.
Dasani enjoyers, Giga Chad.
No. Ew. This is good, clean, omega filtered.
It's BTS?
BTS.
Oh, I love BTS. Is that the group of music?
Yeah.
Oh, Stan Luna. What?
Sorry, Stan. Who?
Luna?
There's no Luna in BTS.
Oh shit. Who is it then?
That's like a different K-pop group. Oh my lord.
I'm trying to farm.
I know. Like A for effort though.
I'm
Say like Stan V.
Stan V.
With the little V. That's good. Yeah. Good.
And Jimin.
Yes. Jimin. Jimin.
Whew. See, now we're farming it. It was
Good
like
job.
cringe, but I'm farming it. You guys will thank me later.
We're gonna clip all the other stuff out. This is all that happened. Okay, sorry. Yeah, you should go shopping. You have 2 hours. And
yeah,
you have
2 hours.
to go
Yeah.
to the place.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to like you know, I'm gonna get like a cool fancy jacket.
Hell yeah.
I've been watching what's it called again? Narcos Mexico on Netflix. And
So you want to look like a mafia?
one of the cartel guys has like all these cool shirts, flannel shirts, and they look sick. I want to get one of these.
Get them. And you're wearing black pants, so I don't think you should, because you don't have that much time. You should only get a jacket and top. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go do that then.
All right.
Okay, but
Thanks for coming by. Okay,
yeah.
wait. Tell them podcast future. What do you want?
Yeah, I think next time we might go just me and her, or with a guest if I get a good one.
Oh, also.
And actually have topics that are like that we are in a good place to talk about, not stuff that we don't know about, like, you know, most of what you said today. Stuff that like, you know, like.
On his channel next time, we're gonna alternate.
Yeah, on like the more like end the skill of Twitch, talk about like stuff that we know about, you know, so that we're like kind of experts about. Okay, and make something good out of it, you know, in a more like frontal way, so
and
we're
make
more
a
like
set?
looking at each other. And a set, yeah. Don't worry, it's already. What's up?
Oh, nothing.
The more like a table, and then we're in a
professional. We should have a stylist for our podcast.
Yeah.
So we look fucking cool when we do it.
Okay, we need to adjust to our guests though.
Adjust to our guests, or just like same color-ish kind of thing, so we can like dress up when we do it. And if we do like a podcast in your Halloween, you know, we could do like a cool Halloween thing.
There's infinite possibilities. We just have to be not lazy.
Exactly. So when you say not lazy, we're gonna have, what do I do and what do you do? Do you want me to do the whole thing? Because I could probably do the whole thing.
You know, it's almost already done, right? I'll talk to you about it off stream. Yeah, it's been going. It's been a thing.
You didn't even tell me. What about ideas? I have so many ideas.
Yeah. I'll tell you about it. I have the space
also,
for it.
I didn't want to say anything, but when I came in here, it smelled kind of weird. Is there a reason why?
Chat snitched, didn't they?
No one said. What do you mean?
Chat snitched. You read it in chat.
Read what? He shat in your. You didn't shit in the chat. Amber turd.
No, it's not like that. Chat is snitching for no reason. No. Okay, now I'm being weird. I didn't slam it. Okay, stop. I'm done. Okay, this is fun. guys, I have to go shopping, guys.
Quelqu'un a dit il a pété.
Oh my god.
Was it on that chair or this chair? It was that chair, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. That chair was on the way out, anyways.
Okay, chat. Thanks all for coming out. Thanks for hearing us out. I hope this was somewhat fun or insightful. And then the next time we'll have chat like a blocks of topics, or whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be more like free flow, whatever. And info from chat. It's gonna be very interactive. So chat has an impact, and chat has fun with it. So I hope you guys enjoy it. What's up? I'm out. I'll let you sign out with your people. Okay.
Aw, you're gonna let me say bye to my people.
Yeah, I always do that. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye. Thanks for having me. Goodbye.
Let me just walk you guys out, and then I'll say.